Hello, 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 everyone. Welcome, welcome, welcome to Legacy Moon and Native Tribe After Dark. Drop your moons and emojis in the chat because today is Friday. All right, y'all. So let me see who we have in house here right now. First on the moonwalk, we got Mimi. We've got us, as in we seniors need love too. Leo lady, Justin's mom, Shirley's divorce. Finally, it's too complicated. Ray Della Lewis, Aunt Natty, Rossi. Always loving life 804, Michi 3, Sonia's boots. NPR Nerd 73, I believe I said Ray Della Lewis. No, 54. Sonia's Rusty Machete is here. We've got Casino Lady, Mai Tai, um, Tanya B, Miss Nisi, Houston Foodie, Salt and Pepper Tresses, Miss HLS, Life Ain't Over, Minding Business. We've got here, let me see, Petty Patty's in the house. Tell me that pot is here. D-Dub is here. Jan, Tex Toy, Mary Willis, Dim Folks, Tanya B here. The woman he chose, Andrea, Nikki G, Tex Toy, Nola Brown. I believe I said Leo Lady and Casino Lady already. I think I said Justin's mom already. Shark Tank Life. Jane was the first one in here. Diva Law 888. Sonia's unnourished legs. Shelly 928. Sweet Peasy. Friday Child. G Creates. Salty Buzzard. I am Coco. Hey y'all, how is everybody doing? Welcome, welcome to the After Dark show where we do all kinds of things. But today we are going to be getting into Native's favorite couple. Hey, Miss Mad About Music. Hey, Tracy. Hey, Native, how are you doing?
Hey, Legacy Moon. Before we do anything else, okay, before we make another move in this live, all right, we have a birthday girl in the house, and she goes by the name of Ms. Nisi, okay? Them is my people, all right? So we have a birthday in the house. Happy birthday, Ms. Nisi, okay? Them my people.
Wait a
Them is my
minute.
people, Legacy
Did
Moon.
I
Them is
did
my
I
people.
say? Oh yeah, I sure did see Miss Nisi. Hey, Miss Nisi. Today is Miss Nisi's birth. When was it? When was it? Is it
Today.
today?
Today.
Oh, okay. And she gonna okay. All right. Well, here you go, Miss Nisi. Happy birthday to you. All right. Happy, happy, happy birthday to you, Miss Nisi, and many, many more. I see Southside Chi Town came in here. Lady 747 came in. Val Baby is here. Let me see. Did I miss anybody who came in? Nope, nope, nope. I think I got everybody. Sanders are in. Hey, hey, hey. Muffin 218, Karen S, how you doing? So, Miss Nisi had a birthday. Nesto had indictments. I mean, what a week! What a week! What a week!
I just want to, and I just want to clear the air. Okay,
Uh huh.
my favorite couple is Angela Bassett and whoever she married to. Okay,
Courtney
um,
Vance, Courtney
yeah,
B. Vance.
that's my favorite couple. Okay, don't get it twisted. Don't get it twisted. That's my favorite couple. and Nesto and Sonya are not. Okay. So,
They're not couple goals. Okay.
um, hell no, hell no, hell no, not at all. Mm-mm, mm-mm,
Oh, okay. I thought they was couple goals.
no.
Well,
Mm-mm.
hey Jackie Gates. So, it's just been so much going on, and today we are going to go back and look at something because Nesto and Sonya have made it their business to, establish alibis. Sonya running around playing in Inspector Gadget and whatnot, and then you've got the court lady, the one who knows the law because she's a courtroom vlogger,
Mhm.
also known as I'm a fat mouse.
Mm.
She over there digging up stuff about family members of victims and things. So you
Mhm.
playing videotapes of a daughter,
Mhm.
going through a mental, a mental cycle. So, everybody wants to help this Negro, but it didn't work. And, you know, I just want to. We're gonna before we get into some of their stupidity, we are going to go over the things that have happened this week. Which, first of all, I will say that the people, there's a lot of people who keep saying, "Oh, they dismissed the CP." No, they did not dismiss it. They declined to prosecute, and that is a difference. Um, what say you about that, Native?
I mean, yeah, to me it wasn't that big a deal, right? Like you got to remember when it comes to these cases and stuff, the prosecutors are going to get what they can get. If they see that they're going to have trouble getting it, it doesn't make him any less guilty. It doesn't mean he's getting out any earlier. It just means that they looked at the chances of they said, okay, if this thing goes the wrong way, we can't get it. So let's just take it off the table because look, we got a 39 count RICO. We got all these other charges, including trafficking and what he's been indicted with now. They knew what they could get, so they're playing the hand that they're given. You know what I mean? So I think
Mm-hmm.
like for people to make a big deal about the CP charges, them failing, them declining to prosecute it, it's really to them. It's a difference of I don't know. The man's 60 years old, and if they can get him going to jail for 30 years, what difference does going to jail for 40 years make? You see what I'm saying? Like it
Hmm.
doesn't. So
Right.
they're doing what they can do, um, and this is the evidence that they have, and they're going to go forward with that. So fear not, people. He's still never getting out of jail. He's
Yeah. I mean, really.
that don't let any of this ever dissuade you from thinking that justice is not going to be served for this man. He is never ever ever coming home.
Right. Um. Hey, Bible lady, Major's wife, the woman he chose, Natasha Razor Glam. How are you doing, y'all? So, also before we get into what I want to get into, I also want to thank everyone who had prayers going up for Mr. and Miss Black but Not Bitter, also known as Sonya's Rusty Machete. Okay. I would like to thank everyone for that and your continued prayers for Mr. and Miss Black but Not Bitter. And shout out to Mr. Black but Not Bitter because I hear he is listening. So shout out to you and just well wishes to you. And I hope everything continues to go up. Okay, we've also got I think I've taken care of all that. You got anything before I start, Native?
Um, no, no, I'm good. I'm gonna tell y'all what I do want to say this. If you are a Knicks fan, I'm sorry. If you right now, if your rooting interest is the New York Knicks, I'm sorry. Okay, I'm sorry. I mean, I didn't do anything to you, but them people in them yellow jerseys seem to have your number. Is all I'm saying. So I'm sorry.
Oh my goodness. Um Mr. Black but not bitter, you are more than welcome, and you are getting many, many well wishes right here in the chat right now. Right now. So, Native, did you say hello? Mr. Black but not bitter is listening. Did you say hello to him, Native?
I did not. I want to send a shout out to Mr. Black but not bitter, Mrs. Black but not bitter, and the Black but not bitter franchise, the crew, the record label. Um, the I want I want to send a shout out to all of the Black but not bitters that are listening, including Mister. Uh, Glad that you could join us on this evening.
Yes, yes. Very glad. Um, Let me see. Somebody else came in. Delicate Dale. Did I say hey, Delicate Dale is here. So, hey Rakia, let me tell y'all, this is what happens. Well, let me get into it because we are about to get into this indictment. Now, I'm not going to read it because like 100,000. Hey Jackson Tabasco, 100,000 creators already read this, so we're not going to do that. I am going to go through the counts, and that's it. Not even I'm not even reading what the counts are. But I do want to say that, I am a fat mouse. She prays for this man. She
Hmm.
prays with him. She prays for him. And,
Hmm.
and Sonya, she up there telling him, oh, thank God for this. So I just want to say this.
When my prayers go up, the indictments, they must come down. No. Show you right. When my prayers go up, the indictments, they must come down. No. Show you right. When my
So we all know, hey, hello, Barbara, to Shirley. When the fat mouse sends her prayers up, indictments just keep falling down. Okay, now I want to, hey, since isn't common, did I say hey, it's too complicated? I want to thank a subscriber sent this to me, and because sometimes when y'all email me, it has your name and not your YouTube name. So I don't know who sent it to me, but they sent it to me as a gift from their brother. Their brother did this for me, and I just want to thank them for it. I appreciate it. I've had it for a while, and I always tell you guys, when you send me stuff, I may not necessarily use it when you send it to me, but there's a method to my madness. And I held on to this until I could, you know, find the right time to drop it and get the right graphics, y'all, because I had to get them right graphics, and the fat mouse with the afro, right? So, yeah. But really, shout out to you and thank you so much for that. Hey, Reef and Muff's mom, how you doing? I said, hey, Salt and Pepper Tresses, because you've been here for a minute. Hey, Mary Willis. So, this is what we got, Native. We've got on the 5th, no, of May the 20th of 2025. Now, keep in mind, this man got arrested in July of 2022, okay? They have now added count one, RAPE, count two, aggravated actual battery, count three, aggravated entering through the back door, and count four, trafficking a person for actual servitude. Okay. And, like we were saying, they declined not to prosecute the CB charges, but, they may boomerang back around. You just never know. So, what we established yesterday is on the 20th, there was a text message that went to Nesto from Sonya at 7:32 p.m. And I guess she told him that she heard he got an indictment. What was it, Native? You remember exactly what she said?
She said they indicted you on the grape charges. What
Oh, okay.
I wonder what lies, what the grand jury thought.
Oh
Lies,
yeah,
that whole
yeah.
thing. Everybody got to be lying. Everybody got to be lying. But yet there's a line that goes under Africa that connects the internet that they gonna cut. Right? Body is 80% CMOS. Okay, Disney gonna buy the Bible.
Uh,
Okay, can we just list all the lies that this heifer tell? Um, Um, I got so much hair whenever I wash it.
Wait a minute, y'all. Put in the chat. Start putting lies in the chat that y'all can remember and think of. And so you know
Wait,
what?
wait,
I
wait,
thought,
wait. Legacy Moon, Legacy Moon.
uh-huh.
The hot friend. The
Oh,
hot friend. The hot friend is the biggest lie this heifer done told.
not the hot friend.
She the hot friend.
Well, hey champion, the hot friend. So she only told him about the RAPE. She didn't even go into the rest, did she?
No, she didn't. She just said that's all she said in that text, that 732 text. That's all she said.
Okay, so let's see what we got in the chat. We got Aunt Nettie said I'm white. Mary Willis said I've been studying RVs for 7 years. Mimi said I got a brand new RV. Hey, let's talk about it all. Said she bought a camper.
Yeah.
Bible lady said I've been in the legal arena for 32 years.
Mm-hmm.
Natasha Razor Glam, she says she owned 18 properties.
Mm-hmm.
Sonia's rusty machete said my butt is getting big.
She did say that. She did say that.
Did she say that?
She did. She said she told Nesto this. It was on one of them early calls. She said, my butt's getting big. And he was like, okay. Okay.
D Dub said I worked for the Innocence Program, not to be confused with the Innocence Project, right? Hey,
Right.
old man Johnson's farm. Justin's mom said I worked in law for 35 years. Miss HLS said I have a YouTube channel. It's kind of big.
Right. That's a lie. Totally a lie.
Wait, no 54 said if any business she said she owned or she ran. Oh, Text Toy. Text Toy said I'm a woman.
I like that.
See, he said I was a prison guard. Yeah, Tanya B said she said I was a CO. I like them folks. Them folks said my uncle is a corporal, got me out of jail. Yeah, that wasn't one of her most recent lies. Let's see. Natasha Razor, yeah, the Innocence. No, Natasha Razor Glam. It wasn't Innocence Project. You know, the one we know. It was the Innocence Program. Petty Patty said my hair is thick and long. Thick and
Yep.
long.
She said that a couple times.
Bible lady says she's opening businesses. Yeah, that's it's just her blanket lie. Justin's mom said they card me at every store because I look 18.
You know that's a lie.
Hey, CJ. Houston Foodie said I'm retired. Sweet Peasy, yes, she said Crail wanted her. Aunt Nettie said I spent $12,000 in the last 2 weeks. A lady says I never slept with that man. Michi 3 said it's civil. Hey, Joseph Bullard. Tanya B here said I had a custom Mini Cooper. That old? 20-year-old custom. Sanders RN said I'm street smart, common sense smart, and book smart. Lies.
She did. She said that too.
You know, when she say stuff like that, that must roll, that just must go in one ear and out the other because I don't remember her saying that. But I'm sure she did. Hey, Dimples, Wimples. Them folks said I was the top black woman in real estate in Cleveland. Wait a minute, she said that? You
She
gotta
did.
be kidding me.
She said nobody. She said she was the top woman flipping houses in Cleveland. That's what she said.
Mm. a lady, a lady said I slept with him on the second day. Natasha Razor Glam said everybody thinks I'm in my 20s. Mm-mm.
Yeah.
CJ said I watch RV videos today. I'm ready to open a dealership. She just got work on her legs. She said that. What kind of work did she get on her legs?
I
I
think
don't
she
be
said
paid.
she got to work on her legs, or she did that machine
Oh,
when she was doing in the gym.
oh,
She can't afford
okay.
no surgery right now. She can't afford no surgery or Medicaid having that. She can't afford no surgery. Medicaid Part B ass. She can't afford no surgery right now. She ain't got no work done.
No, onion, no one onion. I believe this is the screen name. Says someone just called me about managing their business. Mm-mm.
Yeah, somebody opening up a strip club and they want her dumb ass to come and run.
Oh my gosh, y'all. Oh yeah, sweet peasy. Mickey Howard wanted me to run her restaurant. That's right. That's right. Pecan Tan said you can't get arrested outside the jurisdiction. It's all jurisdiction. No 54 said Tomas went to college. Oh my gosh.
Look,
Y'all got
look, look, look. Let me do it. Let me do it like Nesto. Jurisdiction, all that matter. Jurisdiction, what count? That was right. The jurisdiction is all about the jurisdiction. That right. It's all about jurisdiction. The
Mm,
jurisdiction is what count. That right. Jurisdiction what count. It's the jurisdiction. You right. It's all about jurisdiction.
jurisdiction. Tanya B here said I cook a mean turkey, macaroni and cheese, and collard greens. Child. uh-uh. Mm-mm. So, those are the those those are that's what has happened just as of recent in the Nesta Williams. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. 30. Okay, so we got the 7:32 p.m. text message, right?
Mhm.
Um so then we have a 9:30 call where they talk about the indictment. And then we have a 10 o'clock call, and I think they continue to talk about the indictment if I can remember correctly. So yeah, that is what has happened this week. Hey, let's talk about Al Tomas. Really is a what do you call them things? Training. What is it?
An apprentice.
Apprentice. Yes, yes, that's what it is. Yeah, he is actually one of those. Actually,
But where's the apprentice at?
I don't know. I know the company. I can't remember off the top of my head the company name, but yeah, he is. He really is
No, no,
one.
no, 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 no. What city and state?
Georgia.
Okay, where did she say she was taking him at in that one call?
I don't know. I don't. Yeah, I
She
told you I
said
don't
she was
have listen to
taking.
what she said.
She said she was taking Tomas to Miami. She says,
Was
"I'm
it
going to take him. He's moving back to Miami." You don't remember her saying that?
not really?
Okay, so some kind of way he is a plumber's apprentice in Atlanta, Georgia. After she told Nesto that he was moving back to Miami because remember, Atlanta's not good for black people. It's not good for black people at all. It's the worst place in the world for black people. You know,
Yeah.
and so Tomas was going back to Miami. Yeah. Uh huh.
Okay.
Hmm.
All right.
But he's a plumber's apprentice in Atlanta. How that lie worked?
I don't know.
How that lie worked?
So
You see what I'm
yeah,
saying? Like that's why anytime she says somebody else lying, like it's like all you do is lie. Like I mean, this boy is working in Atlanta, Georgia right now,
yeah,
right? But in that call, oh, I'm taking Tomas back to Miami because it's just so bad for the black hate in Atlanta. The black hate. It's just black hate everywhere. It's just so hateful here. I don't experience no. All my Atlanta people, do y'all walk out the house and just feel black hate? I mean, I feel like heat, but I ain't never felt no hate. You know what I'm saying? Like it was like 80 something degrees today, so I felt heat, but I ain't feel no hate. I'm just saying.
well, as long as you're not doing anything to break the law or whatever, I mean, I don't. What does he have to worry about? It's just ridiculous. Totally
Nah, it's just black
ridiculous.
hate. Like you just walk out the house and somebody throw a brick at you because it's just so much black hate, and you say, "Well, why you throw a brick at me?" And they say, "Cause I hate you." And then you say, "Why? Cause you black, nigga. Cause you black." And that's what happens in Atlanta, according to Tanya.
Well, Bible lady she said that Sonya, she was moving him so she could Sonya she was trying to get Topaz away from Piedmont Park. That's what the Bible lady said.
From Piedmont Park.
And then she's got the rainbows in there.
Piedmont Park.
We'll be going down to Piedmont Park. Is that where the meetups be?
I mean, I don't know nothing about that. I go to Piedmont Park and take pictures all the time. I got some good pictures there. I take my camera
hmm
down there all the time. That's all I know about Piedmont Park. I don't know what Tomas be doing down there. Like, I don't know if he got something else going on.
I
At
mean, I did. I think I do remember hearing that there was some kind of hookup situations go on there.
I mean, it could be. I mean, during the Pride thing, because Piedmont Park is not far from that Midtown and down there. But I don't know. I don't know nothing about that. I go to Piedmont Park and take pictures. So maybe that's what it is. I don't know. They so homophobic and stupid and dumb and say dumb shit. Ain't no telling.
Yeah,
I don't know. But, and Sonya, look, y'all, let me tell y'all this too. Sonya don't know Atlanta. She don't know the city. She don't know that much about it. So like when I'm listening to her or anybody that live here listen to her, you know that she don't know her way around. She don't know what happens where. So you can't really go by anything that she say about what happens where here. She don't know. She barely know Cobb County, and that's where she live at. All she knows how to get to go see her incarcerated boyfriend Nesto.
yeah. Hey, Seven Ward tweet and Miss Principal. Bible lady said that's where the rainbow community meet up after dark to hook up. If you know, you know.
And if you don't, you don't. Because when I leave Piedmont Park, it's usually about 4, 5 in the evening, and I'm headed back this way, so I don't know nothing about that.
Sanders RN says, I think Tomas is special needs individual, explains why she nurtures him the way she does.
Don't let them people that he worked for at this plumbing place find that out. Says they, don't let them people find out they didn't hire a special needs person. Okay,
Oh my goodness, that would be something.
that would be something. Hello, Thomas. We was listening to the internet. We heard you special needs. You ain't
Yeah,
put that on the application.
uh-oh. Yeah, because people who are you know how she is. She probably has an issue with people who are slow too,
Hmm.
But yeah, special needs Tomas is over there working as an assistant, a plumber's assistant.
Well,
Apprentice. Y'all know I can't. Y'all know I'll be messing it up. So that's what he is doing, and she wanted to get him away from Piedmont Park. Let's see here. Miss Principal said, "Don't they get tax breaks for hiring special needs individuals?"
I mean, yeah, but you still got to work on people plumbing. It's pretty-
They don't just let you be there.
I mean, I'm just saying, like, it take a lot to be a plumber. It takes a lot. You can't
Yeah.
just be walking around with the wrench and the wrong wrench and shit. And now well, how come we couldn't get the job done in 2 hours? Why took 4 hours? Well, because we had Tomas with us. Oh, okay, all
Let me.
right. Well, at least we get that tax break. Okay.
We got that tax break.
At
So
least we got that tax break. All right.
Patty Patty said, "I thought Katie went to Miami to live with Tomas." I mean,
See, see, that's what I'm saying. The Miami lie. See, y'all remember the Miami lie? She lied about the whole thing with Miami and sending Tomas back to Miami. He's supposed to be in Miami right now. That's what she said.
yeah. Well, he ain't. D Dub said she does have issues with special needs people. Remember what she said about her nephew? Well, I don't. I think she was more or less saying it was karma for her sister. But I mean, I can really believe that she just has a problem with special needs people. Now, speaking of hiring special needs people and special needs people, they some of them are the most lovable people. Some of them are. We have a lot of places here who hire the special need, But I want to tell y'all something. I don't know. I don't follow the Diddy trial, so the ins and outs of what's going on, I don't know. Although I want to hear Kid Cudi's testimony simply because I've never heard one of his songs. So, his testimony would be pretty cool. But the artist who is drawing the pictures for I don't know if any of you have seen that. Like I said, I don't know what's going on in this trial. I do know who testifies every day because it be all over YouTube. But them pictures, have y'all seen them pictures that courtroom artist is drawing? Hey, Bayou Bruja, I want to tell you, I truly believe that they hired a special needs person to do them pictures. Those pictures are awful. Bible lady said the artist is the judge's 6-year-old grandson. I believe it. Uh, but Salty Buzzer said the sketch artist is the star. Mimi said those harsh pictures. Uh, what the pictures look like, native?
It looked like when you are like on medication, like you know how like the doctor give you something for your cold and they say take it before you go to bed. It looked like they took that medication and then they gave them like some colored pencils and just told them go for it. Just go for it. I've never done this before. Go for it. But I've never done this before. Go for it. I see a long neck. I see a long neck. His neck is so long. No, his neck isn't long. I see a long neck. It's so long. And look at his face. Face is all scrunched up. That's what it looked like to me. It looked like they on some
Petty
it looked like
Patty.
they on some medication.
Wait a minute. Petty Patty said they have several sketch artists in the courtroom. You mean to tell me it's more than one person doing that mess? Make it. I mean, those pictures are they are awful. My stick figures look better. They are just awful.
I
Awful.
see a long neck. His neck isn't that. I see a long neck.
And at first, I thought they were just doing it, just trying to make Diddy look all evil and I- I'm serious. Have y'all seen? They make his head the size. If y'all have seen fetal alcohol infants with how their heads are, that's how he's making the heads. And I said, "Oh, they're just doing this for Diddy, making him evil." But then you start seeing pictures of Cassie and the prosecutor. I'm like, this. I don't know who this is, but this is ridiculous. This is ridiculous. So Bible lady, what did Bible lady say? Bible lady said the artist is on mushrooms and is always on a trip. I believe it. I certainly believe it. Yeah, you're right, Salty Buzzer. He deserves no less. But what about everybody else? The judge, that artist is just mm-mm. I want to see who. I want to look him up. I do. I really want to look him up.
His name
Um,
his name is Tim Longneck Phillips. Okay.
okay.
It's Tim Longneck Phillips. Okay, that's who's doing it. And that's that's how he got that name, because everybody got a long neck, okay? Everybody got a
Mm,
long.
mm, mm.
If he drew Papa Smurf would have a long neck.
Papa, no, not Papa Smurf.
Papa Smurf long neck.
We have a okay. We have a super uh chat from Hello Barbara de Shirley. And she says IS is the sketch artist.
Dang.
How could I forget that I had given her an interest? All this time she was standing there, she never took her eyes off. Bang, 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 banging on the, banging on the, banging on the, banging on the bathroom, banging on the, banging on the, banging on the, banging on the bathroom, banging on the, 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 banging on the.
Thank you, thank you. Thank you so much. Hello, Barbara. This is Shirley for the super chat, and thank you for supporting the platform. Okay, we are going to Miss HLS said the sketch artist got some of Diddy's baby oil. Them folks said if IS is a sketch artist, why did she give Diddy her hairstyle?
Dang.
Oh my gosh. Well, we are getting ready to get into some more of there was a visit one time where Sonya, she told Nesto, go on, talk your talk. Say what you got to say, because he was defending himself, pleading his case and everything. So we are going to get into that. We're going to go back in time and get into that visit because it was very interesting, and looking at what we have now, it was very telling, you know, or I could say useless. I don't know what else I would call it, but let me pull that up.
When my prayers go up, the indictments, they must come down. Show you right. When my prayers go up, the indictments, they must come down. Show you right. When my prayers go up, the indictments, they must come down. Show you right. When my prayers go up, the indictments, they must come down.
I had to do that. That was our break, because I want y'all to know, I want y'all to remember, he had a praying mouse, and look what happened. All right, y'all, here we go. This visit is from April the 22nd, 2024. Now, if I'm not mistaken, this was either the day before or the same day or the same week that he was over there on Sylvia's. So it was, like I said, the day, the week, something, but it's all of this happened. Him when he went on the Fat Mouse's channel, and this all in the same week. Sonya's Boots said IS blocked me after I asked her why she went to New York with her head looking like that. Girl, what? She blocked you after you had said that? What? Well, I'm gonna have to agree with you because I was looking at it. I think yesterday, and I was like, "What is happening here?" She should just, I mean, just take it out. Just go for what you know. Just be natural. Oh, shoot, Native, I got to add you. Why you ain't say nothing? Darn it. Okay, there's Native. We shorten him up, and we get started, y'all. Wait a minute. No. Okay. All right. Oh, wait a minute. We have a new member. And of course, it did not pop up on this thing, but that is okay. So we have a new member here, and it is where is it? She's an introvert, has become a new member. Y'all, please welcome. She is an introvert as a member of the Legacy Moon True Crime and Mysteries uh, membership. And wait a minute, my thing. I shouldn't talk and do stuff. That's the thing. And I'm gonna give you your music in a minute as soon as I find it. Y'all, welcome. She is an introvert as a Legacy Moon True Crime and Mysteries new member. Drop your new emojis in the chat. Damn it. It's right here. I can't get it, Native. I can't get it, Native.
You can't get what?
My thing. My new member. I want to do my new member thing.
Oh, why can't you get it?
I don't know. It won't let me get it. It's here and I'm passing it, but it won't let me click. Damn it. Y'all, I'm sorry, but I'm doing this. And then Native sits there quiet, not saying nothing as you. welcome, 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 new member. I keep passing that new member thing, and it don't never. When I want it, it don't come up. Ain't that some mess? Let me make this okay. All right, y'all. Y'all ready? Y'all ready? Here we go.
From April 22nd, 2024, Nesto pleads his case to Sonya and, in my opinion, to YouTube. He talks about the alleged victims and his charges. He also says he received a letter concerning his divorce. Take a listen.
Native and tribe members and moonlighters, the Moon Tribe. Y'all know what? I find it very interesting that she goes down there and she scrub a dub dubs the phone like this. Okay. Um, but right now she is there in her Barbie dream house and she ain't washing her ass.
Because see, people like her think that everybody else's germs is worse than her germs. You see what I'm saying? Like she one of them people that think that like she gonna come down there and oh let me. And again, this is all theatrical, right? This is all
That
nobody
that's what
in
Jan just said, performative.
yeah, nobody who like would be this clean would ride around in an RV shitting in a bag. Okay, like,
Yes.
because you shit in the bag, you got to touch the bag. Ultimately, you gonna touch the shit, and then you ain't got nowhere really to wash your hands until the next time that you get outside with the hose. Nobody is that damn clean, but nasty at the same time. None of this shit make no sense. It just don't. This is all for him and for her, for him to think that she is clean in some kind of way, and his nasty ass, old picture pages looking ass nigga. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He's supposed to be impressed by this shit that she doing right here. That's all this is. That's all this is.
Yeah. I mean, um Sonya's rusty machete said the hose and the hose.
Hmm.
So yeah, this is a strictly YouTube, thing, move or whatever because she ain't washing her behind and that's just nasty. Me choke.
I'm just saying. I'm
Yeah.
just saying. I mean, this is what we got in front of us. Oh, nasty ass. Shit in a
Uh-huh.
bag. Who shits in a bag? Homeless people don't even shit in bags. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-mm.
But she
Well, I
shits in
don't
a bag.
understand why she's not going like I might would even give it to her if she went outside, but a bag?
She can't make it outside. Like y'all don't understand the severity of her guts. When she got to go shit, she has to shit right then and there. Like that's the reason why she had the diaper. That's the reason why she should not be outside of an apartment with this bullshit. Because when she got to shit right then. She can't make it outside, like Simone. She got to
Joseph
go down all them steps and shit,
Joseph Buller said fecal matter all over the RV.
all over the place. And I'm gonna tell y'all the truth. I'm gonna tell y'all the truth. If them people really do want her to run the strip club, it's gonna be fecal matter all over the fucking strip club. That shit gonna be nasty. Poles is gonna have all kind of infections and shit on it. It's gonna be nasty.
Not infections from the pole.
Everybody gonna be calling in. Everybody gonna be calling in. Talking about I got E. coli. What the fuck?
Bella
How
said
you get
E.
E.
coli
coli in the
mobile.
strip club? The
we,
hell?
we, we gonna call the Camber E. coli mobile.
Right.
Bella. That's a good one.
Shit.
That's a
Just
good one.
everywhere.
Hey Del Sol, how are you? Sonia's unnourished leg says, how does she dispose of the bags?
She just throw the bags away. So now you fucking with other people's jobs. Now that the sanitation people got to be fucked up with you because you got to throw away shit. And now, well, where all this shit come from? I don't know, Bill. We ain't never had this much shit before on our route. These shit bags in here. What the fuck?
Bible lady said Ford E. coli power camper.
For real.
Oh my gosh, just oof. Okay. Aunt Nettie says she could kiss her deposit on that rental goodbye.
Hell
Right.
yeah.
Yep. Kiss that goodbye. Okay. Here we go. Oh, come on, Heifer.
Hey,
How
how
are
are
you
you?
today?
I'm fine. I'm fine. I'm fine. I'm fine. Got somebody next to me. What's up, Afro?
Yeah, yeah, it's out there. It's out there. It's gonna stay out there till I get ready to get up out.
You know what, y'all? I'm thinking because her hairstyles and stuff and what she wears. I'm not sure. I mean, this is the one to have. I'm really not sure this is the one I wanted to show. But okay, we'll go ahead with it.
Out of here. Yeah.
No,
You
you
look
can't
fine
go to
today.
court. You can't go to court looking a hot mess.
Oh,
Wait,
I
wait,
look a
hold
hot
on, hold on,
mess.
hold on, Legacy. You
Hmm.
can't go to court looking a hot mess. Look at them damn horns in her fucking head. And she talking about you can't go to court looking a hot mess. She ain't got no edges talking about you can't go to court looking a hot mess. All you do is look a hot mess. Look at this shit. You see them horns at the top of her head?
I sure do.
Looking like the Chicago Bull?
Well, something else. She said she tells him you can't go to court looking at a mess. First of all, I've never seen them judge someone's innocence or guilt based on how they look. They look a mess, so they must be guilty. But she goes to court looking a mess. So, I mean, what is the problem? What is the problem? Why can't he go look at a mess? That's how she go. That's all I'm saying. That's exactly how she go.
Yeah, you gotta,
I'm in jail.
I know, but you still can.
Uh,
You know,
hmm hmm
there's ways of.
Well, I can't tell how they treat me out there. Last time I went to court, and folks dog me out again. But guess what? I could have waived it, but I didn't want to waive it because I wanted to hear what was going on.
You can't go to court to hear your charges and then say they called me out again. Your charges are your. What do you mean they called you out? Your charges are your charges.
He said
That's
they
what they do.
he said they dogged him out. They dogged him out last time he went. But I'm like,
Oh, dogged him out. Oh, okay.
but you a dog though. You know what I'm saying? Like you did some dog like shit. So they, what you expect for them to do. Like I don't know what the expectations for these two dummies are. You know what I'm saying? Like they have really stupid expectations. I can't tell. Last time I went up in there, they dogged me out. So I don't know what's going on with the. Oh, they dogged you out because you were shaved. You were clean shaved. Is that why? Is that why? Or is
Yes.
it because you have some really heinous charges? Could that be why?
Right.
Maybe. I don't
Right.
know.
Exactly. Exactly. Them folks said this is also the one white shirt era of visitations. Yeah, and I think that's why I'm confused because this is not. I don't think this is the one I wanted, but we'll see as it goes on. Say J said, "Why does she look like Spock's little black sister?" I don't know. Sweet Peasy says she went to court wearing nasty booty shorts. Exactly, and she gonna tell somebody how to look going to court. Okay.
Well,
And
yeah,
I'm
you
glad.
needed to. You didn't. Right. You didn't need to waive it.
Yeah, I need to see what's going on. And on top of that, it made no sense for me. Okay, they charged me 16 months ago for the same charge. 16 months
Mm-hmm.
now. Okay, so they had 16 months to indict me. Okay, they did. All right, then they turned around and kept playing with the bond, playing with the bond. All right, the bond is 700,000. Okay, then it started out the way all that time. Every time I get ready to go to a bond hearing, they always come up with some kind of game plan to keep me in here longer and longer and longer. Okay.
So, before they come to court, uh, DDA Winfrey, Will Wooten, Fonnie Willis, they get together in a meeting and they say, "All right, y'all, what's the game plan? What we gonna throw at them today to keep them in jail, y'all? What we gonna do? What us gonna do? What us gonna put on them, y'all? Come on, come on. We're going around the room. Name something. Name something. Is
How
that what
about we
happened?
stagnate the charges?
Oh, oh.
Let's let's
Mm,
stagnate the charges. Yeah,
Yes.
that's what we'll do. I'm gonna stagnate the charge, and I'm gonna take a charge off, okay? And then on DDA Winfrey, you put a charge on, okay? And then I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna take a charge off, and we'll get them because we're gonna stagnate the charges. That's what
Hmm.
we'll do.
That we gonna get them. We gonna get them. That's how we gonna get them. They have a meeting like that every before every hearing. That's what they do. Bella has been a member for 1 month, and she's given us a member milestone. She says she needs to look at the man in the mirror, not the man. Oh, the man in the mirror.
Hmm.
Mm.
Hmm. You no, your mind, that man, that man. Oh, I'm sorry, y'all.
So,
Okay.
y'all, while I am playing the member milestone music, I hear Native in my ear singing "Man in the Mirror." Aren't you lucky I had that music on, Miss HLS?
That man, that man, that man, that man. That was Michael said. Michael said, that man.
Tanya B here said, "Leave Michael Jackson out of this." Say J said, "I don't know what stagnate means in this sense, but that's what he says we're doing. He might mean staggering his charges, but who knows?" Oh my gosh. Yeah, I don't know what it means either. I really don't. Sweet peasy. Thank you so much for the super chat. And thank you for supporting the platform.
How could I forget that I had given her an interest? All this time she was standing there, she never took her eyes off. Bang, 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 banging on the, banging on the, banging on the, banging on the bathroom, banging on the, banging on the, banging on the, banging on the bathroom, banging on the, 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 banging on the. How could I?
All right. Miss HLS said, "I'm not sure which is worse." What? We be jamming. You gonna let her say that about you, Native?
And they talk about me all the time, but look, it don't matter. That man, that man.
Shamo. Dimples Wimple said, "Did they repossess her blueberries on here?" I don't know. It looks like the blueberries are gone. Hey, Bible lady, which would you rather have, the music or the doorbell? Come on now. Hey, Ducky Dexter. All right. Yeah, the blueberries do look like they're gone on here.
That's the plea game.
Yeah, okay.
That make you want to plea out because you've been sitting for so long because they don't
All
have no
right.
case.
Okay. Then turn around, say they dropped the case. The case was never ever dropped. Period. Okay, they just did that for the courts and can try to confuse the courts and say, hey, yeah, we're gonna non-process. Then I go back to court. Oh no, it was an error.
What we gonna do, Native? We gonna what? Is Native sleep? Is he here? Let me
No,
see. Oh,
no. I'm right here.
I said, what they gonna do? What
They're
he
gonna
said?
stagnate. They're gonna stagnate the charges.
No, but what else? And then after they stagnate, what they gonna do? They gonna non-prosy.
Well, because that's an English word, Legacy Moon. Yeah. It's an English word.
No 54 said, "I could be wrong, but I think he meant stacking his charges." Polo tank take. No, he meant stagnating.
He meant stagnate. He does not mean stack. No. We ain't doing this tonight. We ain't doing this to what he might have meant. No, we ain't doing this. No. He said stagnate.
And that's what
He
he meant,
and
damn
he has said
it.
stagnate enough to us to get the context of what he actually means. He does not mean stack. He means stagnate, as in the charges are still. That's what he's talking about with his dumb ass.
Oh, somebody said, "How in the hell could they confuse the court?" Yeah, real said, "How in the hell can they confuse the court?" I don't know. Hey, Rainwater, coffee is brewing. Diva 314, Ebony, and somebody else who I miss. Be in. How y'all doing tonight? Ebony said, "Nope, native. It's an Anglish word,
It's English.
not to be confused with English. It's Anglish." Okay.
Now you go back and look at the system. The system said that my bond was 2,030,000. Okay, then they turned around and dropped from 2,030,000 to 1,062. Okay, then they turned around and said, okay, we're gonna rearrest them, charge with the same charge, change the date. That's all they did. Then turn around, go to the
He does know, every time you get, like, in, even though you're in jail, when you get a charge, you have to be rearrested and processed. They don't just say, "Oh, you got a new charge," and send you a piece of paper. You have to be processed. So, I mean, I don't know. I guess he thinks that that's something wrong, or something nefarious is going on when they rearrest him. But so I wonder, did they have to rearrest him for these? Or these were pending charges, I guess. I guess these were pending charges, so they wouldn't have had to do that.
Right.
You say something, Native?
No, I said right. Yeah, they already had these pending, so I
Yeah.
don't think they do all that. Yeah.
Yeah, they didn't have to. Okay.
the probable cause here and stood up there and told that fat ass lie talking about I was sitting around with with my 14-year-old daughter. Okay, first of all, I don't have a 14-year-old daughter. All my kids are super grown. All right.
Grown,
Then he
grown.
said, grown. I didn't even have in 2022. I didn't even have no granddaughter at 14 years old. That was a lie. My estranged wife know that for a fact because she know my family history and
His strange wife know that for a fact, because she know my family history. She didn't even know how many grandchildren this man had. She
Mm.
had no idea. So that's not true. Number one. And Sonya was going, "That's right, that's right. All his kids are grown." They don't even have sense enough to count back and realize the incident took place when she was 14.
Mm.
Um Ducky Dexter said probable cause. Yeah, that's right. Probable cause. They ain't had probable cause. Say that word, Native. I know you can say probable cause better than me.
Probable cause. They ain't got no proper cause. They told that fat ass lie, knowing they ain't got no proper cause. I ain't got no 14-year-old daughter. I don't even have a son named Dion. All this shit a lie. Everybody lying. I ain't got no son named Dion. I ain't got no friend named Dre. Everybody lying.
It's just all lying on me. Them folks said no, she did not. Shirley was floating through life and didn't care how many kids or grandkids he had, as long as they didn't show up at her house. That's right.
second of all, I don't ain't never had time to sit down with no kid, really 5 minutes. So everybody know that about me that's close to me. All right, second of all, hold on. I hope you got your glasses. Did you got your glasses on? You didn't
He
bring
said,
your glasses.
got your glasses
What am I
on.
reading over here?
You need to put your
Do you see glasses on?
He said, did you got your glasses
Did
on?
you got your glasses on?
Did you got your glasses on, Legacy Moon? Did you got your glasses on?
No, but maybe I should get them. Maybe I should get them.
Now, how you gonna ask if she
Did
got her
you?
glasses on, knowing God doggone well she ain't got her glasses
You
on?
don't see her wear glasses on. Oh my gosh.
glasses on, you need to put your glasses on because I need to show you.
You gonna make me read?
Hold on. I'm gonna show you. It don't make no sense to me. Okay, at all. Didn't say I didn't they lied 2 times in the courtroom when I went to court in 2023 January 31st for a bond hearing with my other lawyer. Uh, the at the time the other DA he lied and on oath Oh yeah, I got a specialist here.
He lied on oath, not under it, but on it.
I'm sorry, and it was on oath. Okay, I don't know where you get that th from. He lied on oath. Okay, on the oath. He was lying on the oath. Now he lied on oath, right? On it. He was on the oath, Legacy
On
Moon.
the
He was on
oath.
it. He was on the oath.
Dr. Charles Hayes says exactly legacy. He knows they are talking about what he did to his daughter when she was 14, but he's trying to change the narrative by saying he doesn't have a 14-year-old. Um my Chai said I would pay to see that movie 5 times. The movie where Native is playing Nesto. I know, right? Real said Shirley's not only didn't know his family history, she didn't know he'd been married 4 times with only one divorce. That's right. Only one divorce. Umpteen million marriages and one divorce. Karen S said either way it go, you gonna be squatting low, getting busted. Why? And Ken and Big Bubba gonna be well satisfied. Are them bars, Native? Them are bars. Let's do it
Sound like,
again.
sound like bars?
Either way it go, you're gonna be squatting low, getting busted wide by Ken and Big Bubba. Gonna be well satisfied. Ken and Bubba gonna be well satisfied. I
You gonna eat
tried.
your cornbread?
Miss RCO1 says I don't understand how his victims fell for this illiterate fool. I don't know how any of the wives, I don't know. I just don't know. B. Ann said, I bet he's imploding now because he can't talk. Yep, he can't talk.
Well, let me just say this. Let me just say, I want to put this in perspective. Whenever y'all say I don't see how they fell for this because of the way he talked. Do y'all realize that there are people in other countries that are scamming people as we speak right now? There are people in Lagos, Nigeria. Whenever we do a catfish, where are they at? They are in a whole other country scamming people over here. Okay, so let's not pretend like we got to have perfect English in order to get over a scam. Okay, these people use broken English in their texts
Sure
whenever they be
do.
texting these people, and so, and guess what? The people fall for it anyway. It's less about like I think that like when it comes to like scam culture as we know it right now, it has less to do with the intelligence of the person, right? You can be a doctor and get scammed, okay? It has more to do with how vulnerable you are to people talking to you and believing what they say. It's being gullible, right? Gullible does not have a certain intelligence level. I've known people that are bright as all get out, all kind of degrees, but you tell them something, they gullible, they fall for it. You know what I'm saying? So I think like we got to realize like it don't have nothing to do with anything that Nesto did. It had everything to do with what these people were willing to believe. Just like when we watch these scam fishes, these people are believing that Chris Brown is actually wanting to be their boyfriend. They believe Tyler Perry wants to be their boyfriend. They believe all these things, and they all are getting the messages from inarticulate people who have really bad grammatical errors and really bad spelling errors in the way that they're communicating. So it has less to do with Nesto and more to do with what these people were willing to believe about Nesto.
Right. Right. Exactly. That dude oh 06. Thank you so much for the super chat. He says they stagnate the charges on early. On That's right, on early.
How could I forget that I had given her an extra? All this time she was standing there, she never took her eyes off. Bang, 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 banging on the, banging on the, banging on the, banging on the bathroom, banging on the, banging on the, banging on the, banging on the bathroom, banging on the, banging on the.
Thank you so much, that dude oh 06, for supporting the platform.
Hey,
Uh
Legacy
uh-huh.
Me, you ever
Uh-huh.
lied on oath?
I've never
You
lied
never
on
lied on
oath.
oath?
Mm-mm.
Okay,
No.
I lied on oath one time and it was fun. I lied on oath. It was fun.
I've had some oaf bread, but
Yeah.
I've never lied on it.
Yeah,
Mm-mm.
a lot on Oath. It was fun though. I had a good time.
You
You should
did?
try it. You should try to lie on Oath sometime.
Okay. I'm trying to lie on oath.
Yeah,
Re-
try just try it. Just try it.
Reef and Muff's mom says, Bible lady, your avatar cheesing like a character on Macy's Day Parade float. Say J said can't change the narrative that he couldn't be around one daughter until she was 21. Exactly. Can't change the narrative, your child's abandonment charges. Okay, exactly. Exactly. But he said, well, he said he ain't had time to be around kids. So, you just, mm-mm. Real says one can scam a scammer. For example, Sonia has scammed Nesto. Um, Glorious Love said no, but just scammers overseas have at least one language perfected.
I
There,
mean, yeah, okay, but okay, let me give y'all this. And I thought that it was useless, but now I see the use in it. Okay. That call where Nesto is walking Sonya through that generator. Do you all realize how competent Nesto sounded on that call? Now, you know, y'all know I know how stupid he is, and we talk about it all the time, right? But I
hmm
gotta give Nesto his props. When it came to that generator, when it came to walking her through that, keep in mind this man is in jail. He cannot see what she sees. He had to go over all of that off of the dome. He went over that off of the dome. And I want y'all to really think about it. If somebody like that is not talking about singles and they're not talking about this or that, they're in their zone, that they're in that little wheelhouse that they got, and this is their
hmm
expertise. Nesto sounded competent, y'all. I mean, we gotta
Yeah,
admit that.
he
Nesto
did.
sounded competent as shit. He understood everything she was saying. He understood what she was looking at. And when you listen to that part of the call, I think the usefulness of that is that it does show us that Nesto is not out here completely stupid. He can talk about some things competently. So falling for what he's saying is not as absurd as we might want it to be, because he was look, I promise you, if I could take that audio of Nesto talking her through that generator and just strip the audio and put it onto a YouTube video, a lot of people would probably be able to use that to get their shore power working. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So so he was able to troubleshoot y'all from a jail cell off the top of his head. You know what I mean? So he
hmm
does have a wheelhouse. It is RVs. It is
And cars and stuff. Yeah.
cars and trucks. He knows that stuff. So imagine that guy, not the Nesto that's talking about singles and lying on oath. Okay, not that Nesto. The Nesto that we heard in the call where he was talking her through that generator is the Nesto that people were meeting. That's the Nesto that they were meeting. So I think that like I'm kind of, at first I was like, why are we listening to this? But then as I thought about it, I was like, okay, this shows us a Nesto that's not necessarily articulate, but does sound like he knows what he's talking about in
Right.
that role. So if you are a person that listened to him talk about RVs and shit with this level of expertise, so to speak, right? And then he
hmm
starts talking about getting you a new car. What he does is he takes what he knows, and he knows what he's talking about, and he kind of like veers off into some other shit, because now he's got you believing in him based on the shit that he knows about. Now he gonna start scamming you, and that's the way the
hmm
scam works. The scam works off of I'm gonna draw you in with some shit I do know about, which is why all of these scams involve cars and RVs. And then I'm going to scam you on some other shit and some slick shit. And that's how I'm
hmm
gonna get you. And that's look, and that's how they fell for it. I mean, just to answer the question that we've been asking all this time, that's how they fell for it.
Right. Right. That dude, oh six. Thank you so much for the super chat. He says he's an innocent man. He sent it on he sent it on the pooter. Okay.
How could I forget that I had given her an interest? All this time she was standing there, she never took her eyes off. Bang, 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 banging on the, banging on the, banging on the, banging on the bathroom, banging on the, banging on the, banging on the, banging on the bathroom, banging on the, banging on the.
That dude oh 06. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much for supporting the platform. Hey Salado, hey Shannon 28. Yeah,
So so D Dub say he looked it up. There's no way for him to look it up. There was no way for him to know what she was. I mean, like, look, I'm not going to take away from the guy. Like, the guy is dumb as a box of rocks.
hmm
But every person that I know that's dumb has one thing that they can quote up. Like I know guys that can give you every single um WWE, WWF champion from the beginning of wrestling to now, right? That's their wheelhouse, right? I'm not going to take away Nesto's wheelhouse. I will say that the way that he was answering those questions, there was no way. First of all, he ain't got the internet, so there's no way for him to look anything up. But like, I will give him his props. Now, that doesn't mean that I think he's innocent. That don't mean that I think he's a genius. I just think Nesto has a certain skill set. And I saw some of y'all comments that said he could have been much more. If Nesto would have taken that, what we heard in that call, right? If he could have just used that to, I don't know, work in an RV dealership, open an RV
hmm
dealership.
A,
But see,
a car, a vehicle salesman, car salesman.
anything,
hmm
he could have been anything else except for a criminal. He
Right.
chose that life. You know what I'm saying? But even
hmm
though I don't like him, I'm not going to take away that this part of his brain is actually knowledgeable about what he knows. Think about the stuff he's told Shirley about her truck. Think about what he's told
Dion.
Dion about his vehicles, and then what he showed us in this other call. Nesto does have a skill set. He just did not use it for
Right.
good. That's all.
Exactly.
That's all we've learned about him is that he
Exactly.
does have a skill set. And I'm not going to say that he had a cheat sheet or anything like that. This was off the dome, and plus, like, I've worked in troubleshooting. I've worked at cable companies where I had to troubleshoot internet and stuff. Troubleshooting is hard when you have something in front of you. This
hmm
man troubleshot that whole generator with nothing in front of him. I gotta say that that was actually very impressive. Now, again, he squandered his chance in life of doing anything else with this knowledge. He squandered it. Like, he could have done so much more with his life. Who knows, what, because look, in Atlanta, you always need somebody that's an expert in stuff like this. You know what I'm saying? Like, he could have had any job, he could have opened any business, but he chose to touch people that didn't want to be touched. He chose to steal people's vehicles. He chose to do these things when he could have did a lot more with his life. I mean,
Right.
that's just obvious in these calls.
Right. Exactly. Now Rossi had made the comment. We're assuming he was telling her correctly. Yeah, he was, because I had, after that, we went and looked at some shore power connection video, and then I've also looked at some, and because I watched that, I am familiar with some things. So he did know what he was talking about. Petty Patty.
Again, this man has knowledge. Like, again, I'm not going to deny him that. I'm not. Now I am going to clown him. Y'all don't get me wrong. I am going to clown him on the way he talk. I'm going to clown him on the shit that he should know as a grown ass man that he don't know. But Nesto obviously has been around vehicles. He has been around. Now I don't know how he got this knowledge. I mean, and
Somebody, I don't know who said it, said, maybe that's what he did at Job Co when he was there,
it
learn
don't sound
automotive.
like it. Let me tell you what it sounds like. And I guess maybe me being from the South and me being around dudes like him, when it comes to like fixing shit, people like Nesto are hands on. That information he gave her was not from a book. It wasn't from an instructor. Nesto gave her, when he was talking to her, that was like hands on. I've done this before. And
Yeah.
there are certain things that, like, sometimes, like Legacy Moon, if you call me about something, right? It don't
Mhm.
matter if I'm in the car, it don't matter if I'm at home, it don't matter. When you call me, if you ask me about something, there are certain things I can walk you through.
Right.
And it's because I have hands-on knowledge. And if you listen to the way that Nesto was saying, well, if it does this, that means this. If it does this, it means this. When you are able to do that, that's hands-on experience. So obviously, if we and if you go back and watch some of those other videos, those first videos that came out, that when he was doing like his documentary or whatever, if you watch those, you understand that Nesto has been around these vehicles. He understands these RVs. He does know that, right? And again, I'm not gonna knock him for the stuff he does know. Does he know the law? Does he know how to talk? Does he know how to read? Absolutely not. But does he know them damn RVs? He does. He just does, y'all. He do.
Now, Petty Patty said, think about how he made Melanie's car not crank, so he could convince her she needed a new one. Her
Right,
car was only a couple of years old.
right.
Bean said his fantasy takes over. That line of work is beneath him. That's right, because of his insecurities and arrested development potential just lost. Um, Nola Brown said he wanted to go to NASCAR, and that is some good knowledge to have if you
Hmm.
want to go there. Hey, Pen Pal 50. Rossi
Because
said, I
NASCAR, let me tell y'all something. NASCAR doesn't even use regular tools. Like them dudes, them mechanics, when them cars come in on fire or the wheel fell off or the steering wheel got too hot, they have special tools that they even use. So for somebody to even want to be in that world, they got, I mean, they gotta have that knowledge. And I mean, and I was actually impressed. I was like, damn, this dude walked through this whole thing telling her what to do from his jail cell. You know
and
what I'm
yeah,
saying?
the woman he chose said, "Yep, that's right." He was very confident in what he was telling her to do. Right.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't bullshit. You could tell it wasn't bullshit
Mhm.
because one of the things that he was doing, what you learn how to do when you learn troubleshooting, especially over the phone, what he was doing was saying, "What do you see now?" And she would tell him, and then you take what you, and he said, "Well, that tells me that this is what's going on with this and this and this." So yeah, he knows he knows his shit when it comes to that. I ain't gonna lie, he do. Now, is he ever getting out of prison? No. What?
Well, Rossi said he sounded confident. What I question is, he's a freaking career criminal. How come he don't know what to expect in in this court process?
It's two different things. Criminals are like people like Nesto. Their mind is compartmentalized. Like what we saw in those call, what we listened to in that call was the compartment of just fixing shit. That's all we saw. The rest of it is like it's like an open air with butterflies and shit. Like it's nothing there. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just air and some butterflies floating around and maybe a tumbleweed passes through. That's the rest of his brain. You see what I'm saying? Like it ain't the same shit.
A tumbleweed native.
Tumbleweed just passing through, just rolling around, but that one compartment in his brain is where all of his knowledge is, and it's all in vehicles, RVs, trucks, and all that shit. That's all that's there. So he doesn't understand everything, Rossi. He's not he's not bright at all. But I tell you what, if your car break down, he could damn sure fix it. Or he can break your car down, like you said before, make the car not start. You know what I'm saying? Like he's good at that.
Now, D Dub said he was likely in a training program after he got out of jail with Dre. Dre has made reference to them possibly being truckers together. Hmm. I never really paid attention to that.
I,
The
I
woman.
can't I can't see. I'm sorry, I can't see that man being in the training program. I'm sorry, I cannot see. So what you saying is that Nesto sat down in a classroom with notebooks and no, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I've been in training programs before. I cannot see Nesto sitting down in a book in a room with a book and a damn notebook, taking notes and passing tests and shit. Because a
Yeah.
training class is not going to be just hands on. There is going to be classroom parts to that. I believe
Yeah.
that Nesto got with some people. I don't know how young of an age, but I just think that he got with some people, and it just has that hands on. Like he just learned. Like they taught him hands on. This is what you do. Twist this, take this, and he does have that experience in between committing crimes. I
And
I, I can't see him in a classroom sitting down with a book.
Mary Willis made a good point. Nestle even knew the color of the cords.
That
Right.
right. Right. I mean, I cannot take that away from this man. I cannot. In all fairness, I'm gonna be fair to him. All right, he is a fucking idiot. He is nasty. He is a criminal. He's a horrible parent. He's all of that shit. But when it comes to these RVs and these trucks and these vehicles, he knows his shit. He just does.
Mimi says, think about how our ancestors could not read or write, but could run whole farms and businesses during slavery.
Correct.
Right,
Correct.
right.
Yeah. And that's exactly what we're talking about. We're talking about somebody that has about the reading skill of an escaped slave, right? But he can walk you through a fucking sure power connection generator solar panel. He can do all that. You know what I'm saying? Which again, I remember I said this a long time ago. Nesto's issue is not that he can't learn or he can't read. It's a want to.
Mm-hmm.
Nesto has been able to get by doing what he's been doing. He doesn't want to learn any of that shit.
Right,
There's no want to there. So he's just happy being able to know what he know and get by with what he get by. He ain't got to learn. He don't have to know no English. He ain't got to know not to lie on oath. He ain't got to know. He ain't got to know none of that. He has been able to get by the things that he can do with his hands, not with his mind. And that
right.
and that's where that's why he is what he is, and that's why he is where he is.
Okay, I'm gonna take this back just a smidge so we can hear that again and listen to like the whole statement he's
You
about
gonna
to
lie on
make.
oath? We about to lie on
He goes,
oath.
Lionel Wolf.
Hold on. I'm gonna say it don't make no sense to me. Okay, at all. Didn't say I didn't they lied 2 times in the courtroom when I went to court in 2023 January 31st for a bond hearing with my other lawyer. Uh, the at the time the other DA he lied and on oath. Oh yeah, I got a specialist here that can tell you confirm that these are those charges were, and that was a bond here. Those are pornography charges, and it was accurate, and it was there was over 30 images. Okay. Second of all, that wasn't even the same people. The man said it was GBI. That's what they said. It was GBI.
That's where they come from, Nesto. The Georgia Bureau of Investigation. That's
See,
where.
see, he dumb. If it's not, if it's not an RV, if it's not a generator, he dumb.
they lied on oath.
Oh,
It was the G said they had special, and it was the GBI. That's where the specialist comes from, Nesto. Okay, let's listen to some more.
Okay, it's on the transcript. I ain't gotta lie. All right, then this new lady come out. Oh, I did my investigation. It took you 6 months to arrest me. You never took my question about me. You never asked me, hey, is this your stuff? This you? No, you did all that. You did all that to keep me in jail again. Then turn around. Can you hear me? Okay. Then turn around. And say, yeah, all the questions that my lawyer asked, they was accurate. Okay, did she need to sit there and try to debate on it? No, because they at 99% of Fulton County, when it comes down to a probable cause here, you're not finna get free. You're gonna get bounded over. That's the way the shit's set up. And the only way you're gonna beat it is if you see all the police, you go back and rewind the film, you see the police standing on the stand. Those are the witnesses for the state to keep you in here to bind you over for a grand jury.
Because when you have the probable cause hearing, that's who they're the ones who investigate it, so they are the ones who have to be there. Boys Nana, GBI is the Georgia Bureau of Investigations, which is where any specialist that the state got came from. So he, of course, doesn't know what he's talking about there. And that's who do you think testify when you have probable cause? They are giving probable cause as to why they made this arrest, how they got the warrants, why he got arrested. This is what probable cause is, which, by the way, is something he waived. And he says nobody asked them, did he own that property? Were those his pictures? They're not going to ask you, were those your pictures and was that your stuff? And did you download it? Because it's on your computer. The computer is yours, and the gold phone, that stuff is yours. So why would they ask you? I mean, come on, man. Let's
So
use some sense.
so let me ask you a question.
Uh huh.
How you ask an accurate question? He said he said my he said my attorneys, he said they questions was accurate. How you ask an accurate question? I'm just asking.
I don't know. I don't know.
Because I don't know everything. I'm just trying to understand how you
Yeah,
ask the accurate question.
yeah.
Like, is
Them,
this question I'm asking accurate?
yeah,
You know what I mean? Like,
yeah. I don't accurate question. I don't know.
okay, all
I
right,
don't
okay,
know.
okay, all right.
Them folks said for someone who has been in the system since he was practically a child, he really seems to not know how this goes. Sonia's unnourished legs said this man has 19 cycles in trying to act brand new. Okay. All right.
Well, she said since he was a child. She said since he was a child. And he was going to jail in preschool. God damn, Nesto.
He really, yep, since he was a child.
That shit is
Um, Magenta Spirit, thank you for the seventh. No, Magenta Spirit Life Coaching. Let me say the whole thing. Thank you so much for the member milestone. She has been a member for 7 months, and she says, I'm finally up for a live. Yay! Thank you, Magenta Spirit Life Coach, for your member milestone, and thank you for supporting the platform. Hey, Virtuous Center, get back into preschool. Yep, since preschool. Uh,
that's some shit.
Okay, I waived my last hearing for that. That was back in May of last year. Okay, because my lawyer said you're not going to win anyway with that because it's only a private cry and it's set up for them. He was absolutely right. All right, so I'm satisfied while the question was asked. I didn't need to debate then because I knew it wasn't going to work anyway. All right, but they come up with two bona fide supposed to be witnesses. All right, then they turn around. She said, the question was, did you arrest him July 6th? Yes, I did. Okay, but go back and look at your paperwork again. Okay, even yourself or anybody else, then go back and look at the paperwork. All right, let me switch hands. We're gonna go back to this right here. Every time,
They could have amended that warrant. They didn't.
Native.
Mhm.
I've talked to you on the phone and things like that. Most of us wear earbuds and stuff, but every now and then we have the phone in our hands.
Mhm.
Have you ever sat there on the phone and said, "Wait a minute, let me switch, switch hands"?
Hell no. Hell
Don't you
no.
just?
Because I feel like that ain't nobody business what hand I got the phone in. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, hold on, let me put it in my left hand. Hold on, because this is my y'all know my left hand is my deep hand. So let me hold on. This is my by any means necessary hand. Hold on, let me go on and switch this shit over.
Oh, for heaven's sakes, we've got a member milestone from Justin's mom. She has been a member for 8 months. And she says, don't forget he got the recidivism charges as well. The recidivism charges. All right. Thank you so much, Justin's mom, for the member milestone, and thank you for supporting the platform. Real said he's being intellectual. That's
That's his intellectual. Yeah.
the intellectual one. In. Petty Patty said Nesto was about to get down to the nitty gritty.
Mhm.
Sonia's unnourished leg said, I'm gonna start saying that. Yeah, so next time I'm on the phone, I gotta switch. Let me switch hands because this is this hand, boy. I tell you, this right hand. That's where I do all my thinking from. It's that right
Mhm.
hand. You about to
Well,
hear.
well,
You about to hear all the knowledge now from that right hand. All
wait,
right.
wait, wait. They said, what about me in court? Hold on, let me switch hands on their motherfucking ass. Shit. Let me switch hands on their motherfucking ass. I got something for their motherfucking ass in this left hand, nigga. Huh? What y'all thought I was just gonna be in my right hand all day? Let me switch my motherfucking hands. Put this phone over here real quick.
Oh my gosh! Hey, Miss Red. Hey, Tam Tam. All right, let's hear what the let's hear the knowledge he about to drop on us, honey.
Here
Okay,
we
with
go.
this
Here we
hand,
go. Here we
we about
go.
to hear it.
Didn't have to start anew if they had a typo. They should have just amended it. But what they tried to do was reset the clock because one, when they that CP charge, there is nothing they have to further investigate. It's cut and dry. Here's the laptop. Here's what's on it. Let's go to trial. Let's go to court. That should have been done in February after you was arrested in January. They could have indicted that February, and you could have went to court and been done with that. They're playing a game with that because each one of your cases are separate. They're not together. One has nothing to do with the other. So there's no reason for them to sit there and act like they need all of this to be considered one. You got
Okay.
different dates, different situations.
Yeah, okay, yeah, absolutely. But no, they stagnate there. People who don't understand the law, like, oh well, he did, he this and that. I don't care nothing about them near here, say here people, because they're not in here. I've been in here
I'm sorry, the what kind
two
of people?
years.
He don't care nothing about them naysay hearsay
The
people.
nair
I
the
do
nair
believe
here.
he's trying. I think
Wait,
he was trying to say naysayers.
he said nair here, say here people. Okay? Y'all, I keep trying to tell y'all, the man is dumb. He know generators and shit, but this is a stupid individual, okay? Nair here, say here people. Okay?
Not to be confused with the word naysayers. And just think, that's his not. That's his dropping knowledge in, y'all.
Nair here, say here. Okay? Don't get it twisted. The nair here, say here people. All right? When you go out and you on your job and them people say you don't deserve that promotion, you don't listen to them nair here, say here people. Okay? Don't do it. They set you up for failure over there with they nair here, say here ass. Okay? If you pay them people no mind.
Fuck them people.
Fuck them people. Nair here, say here asses. And look at Dummy on the left side of the screen. Dummy on the left side understands all this shit.
which,
Yeah, the
which
Nair
is
here, say here
scary.
people. Look at closed caption. See? Nair here, say here people.
Do I really say that? Oh my gosh. Bible lady said he needs to put that phone back in the other hand.
Bible lady is being one of them Nair here, say here people because she don't believe in the power of the switching of the phone. Some Nair here, say here type shit.
Rossi said rewind that. Okay. Oh gosh.
Didn't have to start anew if they had a typo. They should have just amended it. But what they tried to do was reset the clock because one, when they that CP charge, there is nothing they have to further investigate. It's cut and dry. Here's the laptop. Here's what's on it. Let's go to trial. Let's go to court. That should have been done in February after you was arrested in January. They could have indicted that February, and you could have went to court and been done with that. They're playing a game with that because each one of your cases are separate. They're not together. One has nothing to do with the other. So there's no reason for them to sit there and act like they need all of this to be considered one. You got
Okay.
different dates, different situations.
Yeah, okay, yeah, absolutely. But they stagnate there. People who don't understand the law, like, oh well, he did, he this and that. I don't care nothing about them near here, say here people, because they don't.
Nair here, say here people. Okay, he don't give a damn about them near here, say here people. Cause you near here and you say here, shit. They don't give a fuck about y'all and y'all near here, say here asses. Shit.
Native. I thought you was just like bullshitting me.
When have I ever, Legacy Boom? When have I ever?
But I thought you was this time. The closed caption says, I don't care nothing about them. Near here, say here, people.
Trying to tell you. I be trying to tell you.
I cannot. Bible lady said, and this bitch should use nan hand and not talk, period.
I agree.
Wait, I'm sorry, y'all. I gotta take, I gotta get a picture of this because it's unbelievable. I was not ready for closed caption. I really wasn't.
I tried to tell you.
All right, here we go, y'all.
They're not in here. I've been in here 2 years. I done studied everything about my cases, everything. So I know the ins and outs. And I'm in here with people who have similar things or worse. So I understand the system. The system is for you to cop out. I don't have nothing to cop out. I'm not going to be a registered sex offender for the rest of my life for something I didn't do. Okay, so let me give you another example. So they turn around and
I'm sorry, Nesto. You only have to register when you get out, and that doesn't look like that's gonna be the case for you. Salt and Pepper Tresses said, "Boy, I tell you, them near here, say here people are something else."
Like, I'm telling you. Look, salt and pepper tresses, salt and pepper tresses. Legacy Moon was a near here, say here person just now because she didn't even believe that it was near here, say here until the closed captions came up.
Yeah, boy, I tell you, I tell you. Um, K, wait a minute, 501 K wins. Yeah, naysayer, hayseer. You cannot naysayer, hairseer people. Yeah, they just, I
Near
don't
here,
know.
say here people. The
They
near
just,
here, say here people. Damn
they,
it.
they just been getting worser and worser. Oh my gosh. Sweet Peasy says Sonya looking like Miss Beasley.
Oh wow.
Mm.
And every time you go to court, now check it out. Now this is from the beginning. Oh, this is before I had either one of these charges, these capital charges. Stay away from Sheridan. Stay away from Sheridan. Okay, this before I even had these charges. Now this was way back in 2022 October. Right before they put that damn article that said I was stealing millions. Who was stealing millions from?
Right.
All that was a lie. Okay, they started with that. So then it's oh, just stay away from her. Stay away from her. What I'm saying from her? Come on now, I ain't did nothing to her. Then it comes out, they take me back and forth to court.
He really doesn't understand that she's a victim because they used her name fictitiously. And he doesn't understand that. He's thinking that, I guess because he didn't touch her in any way, he doesn't understand why she's a victim. But, you know, all of those people who he victimized are, Melanie Scretchen is a victim. What's that other chick's name?
Oh,
Native. Uh, y'all know, but y'all know the people. Y'all know all the players in the game and the victims. So all of those people were named as victims. So you don't necessarily have to put your hands on someone to be a victim. You're a victim because a crime was committed against you. Okay. And you have to stay away from, yeah, Gail. Thank you. Gail Bickham. Thank you. Hey, I'll be off in a minute.
Talking about, oh, you got another charge. The charge is that you and your co-defendant, y'all put a lease in her name. What the fuck am I put something in her name? I know her situation. I know her situation. You know what I'm saying? A grown person ain't gonna put somebody who just getting their credit started at 20 some years old can afford a $1 million a house payment. That makes no sense. Makes no sense. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Then
Right.
on top of that,
It
so they've been
does
going
make
with that every
sense
time.
when you are a scammer. It does make sense when you are a scammer. How many people did you go to school with, Legacy Moon, that had cable in their name? Now, what grown person gonna put cable in a sixth grader's name unless they are trying to scam the system? This is so disingenuous for him to sit there and act like the only way you would put something in somebody's name is if they could fucking afford it. Stop it, Nesto. Stop it. We all know that that ain't how none of that shit work. You put it in somebody else's name because they got better credit than you do. Because
Mm-hmm.
obviously Shirley Strawberry had bad credit, and obviously we ain't gotta say it. Yo ass do too. So I
Mm-hmm.
don't know why he's trying to play this game if this is supposed to be for YouTube and for us to believe him when everybody in this chat either knows somebody or has gone to school with somebody or has seen a child, fifth, sixth grade child, with some damn bills in their name. Stop it, Nesto. Stop it.
All I got to say is by the time my niece and nephew were adults, they had bad credit.
Thank you.
So figure that one out.
Thank you.
A lady said, if you didn't do it, who did, Ninja? He's scared to say Erica's name. But he was right along with it. Bible lady said, yeah, cable, lights, phone, electricity.
Thank you.
Boys Nana said, I believe Nesto would be aggressive towards the victims if he was able to get out. I do too. And that, I got to get out to prove my case, prove my innocence. Well, what are you going to do outside of jail that you can't do inside of jail? Diva 314 said, how is he so mad? He's the one that committed the crimes. We didn't do it. No, exactly. And Petty Patty said, but he ended up leasing the house, though, with Sheridan's name on the lease, which makes her a victim. I think the
Right.
kids, he put the kids on there too. Hey, 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 it is the not doing California things Villanora in the chat.
Oh my God, it's V Lenore. It's West Coast V.
Yeah, West Coast V.
West Coast V. She's a totally different person. Okay, when she's out there on the West Coast. All right, she's out there crip walking right now as we speak.
Is she finally crip walking?
A minor. She got that crip walk going.
Oh, okay. Well, I am so glad. I am so
It's
glad
it's
she's at
it's
least doing something.
it's heel toe pivot. See, heel toe pivot. That's where she at with it right now.
She said, West Side.
Right, heel toe pivot. Okay, that's where she at. West
I
side. That's right.
I started to send the link to V, but I didn't want to do that because it was like last minute and I hadn't talked to her. So yeah.
Because you don't want nobody to get no sleep.
And I know we both got to be off early because we don't want to be on all night because
I
we
know. So you send the link to V. We ain't nobody going to sleep.
and she over there on that other coast too.
I know. Tell me, it's only 8 o'clock, guys. Let's do some more. She's so enthusiastic, you know.
Yeah, so I was like, well, this is last minute, and plus, like I said, we gotta. So, but next week, we'll do something next week. B. Lenore said it's only 9:18 p.m. here. Well,
See, see, she probably wants us to start over. Start over.
yeah. uh-uh. What is she? She's a near. What is it? Near come. What is it? Near come. Near say. I gotta
She,
write that down. What is it?
it's ne'er say hearsay.
Near say hearsay. Near say hearsay. Let me near say hearsay. Okay. I want to make sure I have that. All right.
But
Because I
Nesto
got to
don't
use
care
that.
about them people. Nesto don't care what
They
their
don't
people got
care.
to say.
Yeah, yeah. Near say hearsay people. That's right. That's right.
He don't care nothing about what they got to say. They ain't nothing but some haters out here.
The haters. Yeah, you missed it, V. You missed it. It's a bunch of near-say, hearsay people out there, and that's why Nesto is still in jail.
Because
Okay,
he don't care, but he don't care about what they say.
that's
Okay,
right.
he
He don't
don't care
care.
nothing about that. About them hearsay people.
Mm-mm.
Shit.
Um. Okay, I'm gonna start this native, but I gotta run and get some more water out the kitchen. So don't be hollering for me, okay?
Okay, got you.
I
Okay,
might go,
no
go,
problem.
stay away from her, stay away. What I'm staying away from? Oh, she called out. No, no, she ain't called out and told y'all shit. That's some snuff game to keep me up under the wrap and keep my name and her name on some bullshit. Let me show you why. I don't know if you can see this or not.
Put it in front of the camera.
Can you see that?
Yeah.
All right. Look at that middle picture. Can you see
Right.
that? All right.
You and the
You know who?
granddaughter.
Okay, absolutely. Who
That's
whose
Sheridan's
daughter?
daughter. Sheridan's
Absolutely.
daughter. Right.
Absolutely. So why would I be with this girl here? I've been with that little girl since she was 8 hours old. I'm the first man to hold that baby. I'm the first one to hold that baby for her.
Oh, I'm gonna wanna. I need to rewind a smidge because I want to hear this. Okay, because he holding. Okay.
What I'm staying away from? Oh, she called out. No, no, she ain't called out and told y'all shit. That's some snuff game to keep me up under the wrap and keep my name.
That's some snuff game. What?
That's some snuff game. Legacy Moon, don't be acting like you don't know what snuff game is. Damn, you know that's some snuff game.
Hey,
Come on,
Carlise Burke. Carlise Burke is here. Yeah, I don't know what that is though.
you do know what snuff game is. You know that is some snuff game. Now,
He's
stop it,
he
Legacy.
said that's some snuff game to keep me up under the wrap and keep.
Right, some snuff game. He got some snuff game going on.
Okay. Okay.
I don't know why y'all be trying to act like y'all don't understand that though. I don't know why y'all do that. You know he got. You know it was some snuff game.
Man. All right. All right. I'll let you I'll let him have it because I don't know. I don't know.
Oh, so now all of a sudden you don't know what snuff game is.
I don't know.
That's what you're saying. That's what you're saying.
I don't know.
Now all of a sudden on this Friday night you don't know what snuff game
I
is.
don't know
Okay,
what's,
all right.
but
Some
yeah.
hearsay ass people. I don't understand.
And her name on some bullshit. Let me show you why. I don't know if you can see this or not.
Put it in front of the camera.
Can you see that?
Yeah.
All right. Look at that middle picture. Can you see
Right.
that? All right.
You and the
You know
granddaughter.
Okay, absolutely.
That's
Whose
Sheridan's daughter. Sheridan's
Absolutely.
daughter. Right.
Absolutely. So why would I be with this girl here? I've been with that little girl since she was 8 hours old. I'm the first man to hold that baby. I'm the first one to hold that baby for almost 9 years. If Sheridan thought I was a fucking pedophile, you think she gonna have me around her motherfucking kids?
But okay, but see, he doesn't understand. That's not why Sheridan's a victim.
And that's
See,
not even why.
he don't
That's
understand his own charges.
that's what I was about to say. He's not even charged with that. He's not even charged with that. You know, they see, and I think like when you listen to him and Dion and Dre, they so what did with some kids? You ain't never touched no kid. That's not what he's being accused of. That's how stupid they are. No, I mean, look, both things can be true. Trust me. You can be Mr. CP without ever touching a child. You
Yeah.
know, and so for him to go down this road just again emphasizes how actually stupid he really is.
And I think it was Petty Patty said, "How does Sonya know what Sheridan's kids look like?" Because she stalked Shirley's Instagram, Nesto's Instagram all the time, so she knows who everybody is and what they
Mhm.
look like. Salt and Pepper Tresses said, "Snuff Game is an example of near hearsay, hear people getting
Mhm.
worse and worse, sir."
Thank you, Salt and Pepper Tresses. Thank you. And I'm trying to keep Legacy Moon from being one of them people. Okay, trying to keep Legacy Moon from being one of them people. Here, here, say here, people.
And Mimi said he had that ready to show. He sure did. He sure did, because he dropping knowledge. What y'all talking about? Anastasia Nelson said Sonia sent him that picture. The whole conversation was rehearsed and it fell. I don't think it was rehearsed. She had been sent him those pictures, because he always was asking for pictures from his Instagram. And Say said, why does he think that makes a difference? I don't know. Um, D Dub says it's curious that he keeps looping back to that. Yes, it is, isn't it? Isn't it though? Um, Alex in Focus. Hey, how are you? Says I'm on the replay. I completely agree with Native. I used to be in IT. Troubleshooting over the phone requires a different type of intelligence and patience, and Nesto was demonstrating something similar. Feeling.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Mhm.
I recognized it immediately when he started talking, knowing the colors and knowing what to tell her to look for. When you see this, what do you see? Now, what do you see? That is classic troubleshooting. Yeah.
Lenore says Sonya knows what my grandkids look like, and I don't even have any. She's a stalker.
Damn it, man.
Absolutely.
No, she wasn't.
Exactly.
Come on, hold on.
Exactly.
I ain't even finished with the shit. Okay, now they say, oh, well, he might have had a 14-year-old daughter. My granddaughter finna be
Granddaughter
21.
20, right?
All right,
21.
hold on. I'm
All
gonna break it
right.
down. This me and her graduation. Niggas ain't doing
Right
that no
before you
more.
went to jail. Right before you went to jail.
Hold on. Let me show you. I'm not no fucking clown out here doing anything around being something that they saying I am. I got caught up at the wrong time, the wrong place at the wrong time. Then I'm gonna go back to when the lady said, "Oh yeah, I arrested him." Well, who laptop it? It's his. But we asked you all them questions, okay? But you didn't say that because you didn't think I knew this part. You didn't say when every time you're in the back of a patrol car, you're gonna be recorded. You're gonna be
It's always
recorded.
recorded. Yeah.
Yes, you know what I'm saying? I asked the plain as day. How did you know about me? Because I read your tag in the back of your Bentley, and the Bentley was sitting out in the yard in a gated community in a gated lot around the house. And guess what? It looked suspicious. What the fuck?
So she
Cause I'm
so I told you. Remember
hold
how
on,
I
hold on,
told you?
hold on. Hold on. I ain't finished. Now. I ain't finished. Cause see, right now I'm be honest with you.
Right
Go
now.
ahead. Talk your talk.
I'm gonna talk my talk. I'm gonna talk my talk because I got my facts
Cause
together.
they was banking on your silence.
Hold on. Ain't no more silent, bro. I ain't got nothing else to lose. I see what's going on. I see what's going on, and all I gotta do is tell the truth, and the truth gonna set me free. I ain't got to sit up here
Tell
and
it.
hoop and holler and try. Oh yeah, no. Okay, second of all, I asked my attorney it started way back in November of 2023. Please put in a dismissal or indict or dismiss. Oh no, we don't. Okay, I want to be dealing with this case no more because they would have thrown it out. You know what they would throw that? Oh,
Okay, that's not how that works. You can't just I'm sure the lawyer is a lawyer. He went to law school, so he knows. So what we gather from this, people, Officer Phil's, she was in the patrol car. Are you ready, Native? You ready to do it with me? Making
Mm.
my way downtown, driving fast, faces past, and I'm phone bound. That's what was going on. That was, And she said, a black man. And she stopped and she said, let me run this tag. This black man standing here in the yard. She turned the radio down from making her way downtown. So she turned the radio down, right? And she started running tags. And she was like, oh, now tell me something. She saw let's for fun. Hey, Lovejoy, let's for fun play with this. Officer Fields was making her way downtown and she saw him. And he
Mm-hmm.
was a black man in a white neighborhood in the yard and she ran a tag.
Mm-hmm.
Guess what? If I lived in a white neighborhood and Officer Fields drove past me and saw
Mm-hmm.
me standing in my black behind standing in my yard and ran tags on all of the vehicles I had, she's gonna say, okay, that's blah blah, that's Legacy Moon. And she gonna drive on because guess what? I ain't got no warrants. I ain't scammed nobody. I don't have no places in anybody's name. I don't have any of the things. So please tell me how running his tag got him arrested. They can only arrest you when they run your tag if you have something going on. And Pen Pal 50 said, Nesto, you had a warrant. Okay.
Hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, look, my whole thing is this: if you understand the way Atlanta is, it is scant few places where black people are not a resident or or populating in Atlanta, in the Atlanta metro area. Now, some places are more populated with black folks than others, right? But to pretend like Officer Fields ain't never seen black people before is some bullshit. Especially in Roswell. I've been to Roswell, okay? I've been all up and down Roswell, 400, Alpharetta, all that shit, right? And if there is no such thing as a part of Atlanta where Officer Field to be like, oh my God, black people. No, 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 no. In Roswell, again, Roswell being very misrepresented in order to skew this shit to look a certain way. Roswell, Georgia, Alpharetta, Georgia, Johns Creek, there are black people in all of those places. Okay. So when they go through this whole thing about, well, they saw a black person, she sees black people all day long. I guarantee Officer Fields probably is looking at a black person right now. Okay. We're at this very moment, as we're on this live, Officer Fields is probably looking at a black person right now.
Okay.
So I this is the disingenuous part of the whole thing that I don't like, is that where it's like, oh, Officer Fields just she just saw black people and was like, let me run no, nah, it don't work like that. It don't work like that. Now, what does not happen in Roswell versus other parts of Atlanta and Johns Creek and Alpharetta is when you have a like just junk cars or crazy looking cars, or like like people do keep their yards manicured for the most part, right? People do keep their the upkeep and of their property, right? So something like this, what Nesto is, what has been described as like having all these cars and motorcycles and all, that would stick out like a sore thumb in one of these neighborhoods up there. It would.
Right.
So you have to call a thing a thing. You are out here looking ghetto and sounding ghetto in a place that really they don't really like have a lot of ghetto shit happening. You
Right.
know. So that's the thing. Not that they were black, it's that they were being fucking ghetto. They were
Mm-hmm.
doing College Park shit in Roswell.
College
You can't come
Park.
up to Roswell doing College Park shit.
Mary Willis said a big ass ambulance.
Right.
Right. Now,
Uh,
Petty Patty asked me what Officer Fields was doing. I told you, Petty Patty, she was driving in her patrol car. Because remember, she was just a patrol officer then. She was making my way downtown, walking fast, faces I pass, and I'm homebound. And she said, "A black man in the yard. Oh, vehicles. Let me run tags." That's what happened. That's what had happened. So, but yeah, an ambulance, that is a head turner. Like, what the hell? And I don't know if these neighborhoods had HOAs or what, but people become suspicious when things. We had a guy that lived in our neighborhood who drove a truck and he parked it like down the street on one of the like 2-lane roads. Because he couldn't be bringing that up in there. And we didn't even have an HOA. But there's certain things you cannot do. So, you know, some people just don't understand. Who said that? I needed, was that you, Petty Pay? Said you needed me to repeat repeat that. Yep, she was making her way downtown. That's minding her business, and now she's a whole detective off of him. Can you believe it?
mm-mm.
Or they would have indicted me, and they would have
They would have
indicted
had to
me.
indict and let's go to court.
Guess what? They didn't want to do that. They didn't want to
No,
do
because they
that.
want you to plead to it because it's nothing.
No,
It's a
I'm not.
lie.
I'm not playing to anything. I would die before I go to jail for something. I go to prison. I'm saying, but I go to prison for something I didn't motherfucking do. So I'm not doing that. Okay, let's get that
Hmm.
out the way. I'm just letting you know. Okay, so you can get a clear understanding where my head at. I'm not finna sit here and kill myself, stroke the fuck out. No, I'm not worrying about none of that because I got my facts together. Okay?
Got facts
I got my
together.
face together. I was racially motherfucking profile. It's clear as day. Then they say, oh,
Oh
you
yeah.
got a Lisa. Hold on, I ain't finished. And then you can go
He
back
ain't
and listen
finished,
to
son.
all
Shut
these
the fuck
phone
up.
calls. I didn't leak these phone calls. I didn't get nobody to do all this shit. Them folks did this shit on my ass. They did it to me.
Who did it? Because he ain't leaked them phone calls, okay? He ain't leaked them. Who did it? They did this
All I
shit to
need
him.
is for Sonya to shut the fuck up. He ain't done talking. Shit. This man's still talking, Sonya.
This is the one time he got her to shut up.
So shut the fuck up.
Because I ain't done. Plus,
Ain't
I done
done.
switched ears. I done switched ears. You
Let's
about to
switch to the
really
other
hear.
hand.
Let me give you another
Shit.
example. They waited until I got all the way to last June. Last June, time for bond here. Go to bond here. That's when the Majestic get up there. Oh, yeah, he this and that. He got a girlfriend. He finna flee. He going to Florida. He got this. I ain't got nothing. There's not one
That was
phone call.
March. That was March. Yeah, the
Hold on.
March hearing.
Hold
Oh,
on.
here come the argument.
No, that wasn't March hearing. That was
That
last
was
June
no.
26th. No,
It
no,
was
no.
March.
She better shut up because he got his fact together, okay?
And he switched hands. He switched hands. Don't make him switch back to the other hand, Sonya.
It's gonna be trouble.
Gonna be,
Trouble.
gonna be trouble.
Probably said he switched hands on Sonya's ass.
You sure did. Shit. You better shut the fuck up. That's what needs to happen right now, Sonya. You need to shut the fuck up.
And Bible Lady says, if you have not thumbs up this video, what are you waiting for?
When he first said it, when the story first broke, it came from that hearing. And when Kevin Majesty said you was going to run to Dubai, or you was going to run to Florida. That's when he first said it. He may have said it twice, but that was the first time he lied and said you was going to flee if you got bonded. Before the R charge, before the CP charge, he said
No.
that in court. He said that in
Okay.
court before that.
Okay. No, when I heard it registered to me is when I went at 5 o'clock in front of Judge Manning on that Zoom call. That's when they leaked all. That's when they leaked that charge.
He said it
out
again.
right
He said
then.
it twice.
That's when they leaked that charge.
Oh, they leaked it all, Legacy Moon.
They,
They leaked it all. It all got leaked. Shit. You better believe that.
how does
Go
a
on,
process?
Nesto. Talk your talk, Nesto. I'm listening. They bullshitting. I'm listening to you, Nesto. Go on, talk your talk. Shit.
How do you leak how does a prosecutor leak a charge?
It got all leaked out.
Ooh, child, I cannot.
Uh-huh.
Bible Lady said he heard it register to him, Sonya. Better hush, effer. B. Lenore said he switched hands to get his pimp hand free to slap the shit out of her ass.
He sure did. Shit. He ain't playing with
Nat-
y'all.
Natasha Razor Glam said, I'd like to know how Nesto is telling his girlfriend from Florida that he doesn't have a girlfriend from Florida. Make it make sense. My Tony said, why does her upper lip look like Bart Simpson's lip?
Wow.
Oof, I don't know. All right, let's hear about some more leak charges.
Twice.
Okay.
They said it twice in court.
Okay. Hold on. Let me get it clear. I want to get it clear because I make sure I gotta understand what I'm telling you because I can't. Whatever I'm talking to you about right now, I can't take that back.
I gotta understand what I'm telling you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Right.
I gotta
can't take
understand
that
what
back.
I'm telling you. Because I can't take it back. Whatever I'm telling you, I cannot take that shit back. I gotta stick with it for the rest of my life.
That's right.
I don't see what the problem is. Come on now. Come on, Nesto. Talk your talk, sir.
And I ain't trying to say nothing don't make no sense. Everything got to make sense. All right. Then they turn around and say, hold up. Let me make sure you get a clear understanding that I know what's going on with me. Okay. And what I'm talking about now, this can't be used against me later because all this has already happened in court. For bond hearings. I'm going about bond hearings and what they're saying. Okay. Then they say, Oh, let me get it straight now. Oh, every time I go to court for a bond hearing now, here's the other DA. Oh, his children don't want him to come home. They're afraid. What children?
Exactly.
Hold on. Then they say, oh well, one of his daughters, she's in, she taking care of her mental health issue. They heard me say that on the phone, and they took whatever I said on the phone and used it against me in the
Yep.
court.
I did not hear that in court. I didn't hear them say nothing about daughter and mental health issues. I've never heard that.
Wait,
Yeah,
wait,
you
wait, wait, Legacy Moon. So you mean to tell me that he has a right to remain silent, and anything he says can and will be used against him in a court of law? Is that what is that what is that what you're trying to say?
yeah, yeah. Uh-huh.
That he has that these rights were explained to him at the
Mhm.
time of his arrest,
Uh-huh.
and the phone calls say that your calls are being recorded, and then
Uh-huh.
they use what he said against him in a court of law.
How dare they?
Get the fuck out of here! Oh my
How
god! Oh my
how
god! Oh
dare
my!
they?
Oh my god!
Uniquely Sonia RN PhD said, doesn't Nesto have a photographic memory? Well, that's what he said. That's what he said. So Real said, hold on. Get got to get these lies straight because they can be held against me.
I'm
Get them
saying
straight.
he said they used that against me. They used what I said again. Nigga, they explained that to you when you had on that tight ass t-shirt.
Dr. Charles said, he said, I gotta have an understanding of what I'm saying. This man. Karen S said, when he switches to that left hand, baby, you better hold on to your edges and Polydent.
Please believe it.
Please.
Please believe it.
Tony says, this was the last time Nesto got to be a man. Then Sonya tore him up and shut him down. Mm, mm, mm.
Every time.
Exactly.
Okay.
Everything you say can and will be used in court, even if it has nothing to do with the court. They're gonna twist it.
They twist it. Let's get an understanding here. Okay. Then say, oh, he got 4, Your Honor. See, and I can't talk like I want to talk when I'm in that court because that's what the lawyer's for. But I can say what I want to say in my visitation.
Oh, okay.
So let me get it straight. Then, he has 4 warrants, Your Honor. Okay, first of all, my people over here know all my identification got stolen out my car. I got proof of all that at Walmart. I mean, not Walmart, at Waffle House. My passport, my bank account statements, all my shit I had with me getting ready to travel. Okay, got broken into. I got records of all that in Buckhead at the Waffle House. Okay, I got all that. Okay, now we're gonna step on.
Come on, step on. Let's step on.
Well, Mr. Williams, he's a threat to society, and the person don't want you to come out. She don't want you to come out because you might do something to her. Wait a minute, that makes no sense. Okay, first of all,
that did not happen in that hearing. They did not say that. They just read that. They read off the victims. That's all.
Here comes
They
some
judge
hearsay people. Okay, all right.
Judge Manning did not say that. Judge Manning never once said that. He is lying, and she's just, that's what she allows him to lie like that. But she probably ain't really watch it. Boys Nana said he hasn't gotten an understanding yet. Nope, not yet. And Petty Patty said now he ain't saying nothing. He ain't saying nothing. Pin Pal 50 said other people's IDs. Right. But what he's trying to say with that is that since someone broke, when she said he had 4 warrants, oh, well, somebody stole my identification. So he's trying to say he don't have 4 warrants. Whoever stole his identification does. That's what he's trying to say. But doesn't he know even if someone tries to use his stolen identification, they will realize that it's not them. For example, we see the body cams all the time. People get arrested every day for that. So, but that's what he's trying to say. He's trying to insinuate that.
Tell you why it don't make no sense. I ain't never seen nobody who been abused and sodomized for going on, as they say, going on 2 years, ain't said nothing to nobody. That don't make sense to me. All right. Oh, let me get it all the way straight.
let me get it all the way straight to you, Nesto. Do you know how many years it took for me to say something? Something that happened to me when I was 5. Do you know how old I was when I said something? Just 3 years ago is when I first told someone, the very first time that I ever told someone. So yeah, she can sit up and be uh taken advantage of for 2 years and not tell anybody. There is a sense of shame and embarrassment and what did I do wrong when things like that happen to you. Now, I was a child and I didn't understand what happened to me and what was going on till I got older. And I still didn't want to say anything. And I still, to this day, even though I was that young, I still, to this day, have a sense of embarrassment and shame for what happened to me. Okay. So, yes, it is true. People will go on and on and on and not say a damn thing. I'm done. Hey, Blue Sapphire.
I don't, what don't really make sense to me, why, if your daddy invested $100,000 into you, and then you turn around and convince him, daddy, and your daddy say, now you don't have to do nothing you don't want to.
His daddy, her daddy, gave, who is, let me add, is also a criminal. Okay.
Hmm.
Allegedly gave this man $100,000 and told his daughter, you don't have to do anything you don't want to do. Who says that? That sounds suspicious to me. Okay. Hey, Chick fil A Gail. That sounds suspicious. Thank you, you guys. Thank you. I appreciate it. That sounds very suspicious to me. Why on earth would you say that to your child as you hand her over to this man right here? I mean, think about that. You don't have to do anything you don't want to do. And then he's going to get into the text message. And of course, the text message, that supposedly was sent, her father, the same father who says you don't have to do anything you don't want to do, he may have instructed her to send that text message. Or better yet, Native, what was your idea about that text message? Not only could he have instructed her, but remember you said that he could have taken her phone and sent it.
Who said? Yeah, who said that she sent it?
Right.
Who said that she is the one that typed that message out? The one that Sonya swears proves that that there was no that there was nothing nefarious going on, because if it was, why would she send it? Well, who said that she sent it?
Mm-hmm.
Who said that it came from her fingers, that she's the one that typed that message out to him?
Right.
There is nothing that says that. Like it's so crazy how Sonya has all this to say about other people's situations. When I was listening to V's live earlier about how she knows everything about Russell Simmons' daughter, and she knows all this other stuff about what could possibly be this and what could possibly be that. But when it comes to Nesto, look how she looking right now. She extra stupid. She a dummy, dummy, dummy on the dummy line, and now all these other scenarios that could possibly happen. Oh yeah, it definitely had to come from, no, it didn't definitely have to come from anywhere. you know um I just think that it's really like these two are just so are low lives. And let me tell you something else. Like, the people that vouch for Nesto and that are like on his side, the Sylvias of the world, right? You can be, I'm gonna tell y'all who the most sincere people are on the planet. It is a crackhead that wants crack. A crackhead that wants crack will tell you the most sincere, humbling, heartbreaking, tear-worthy story, right? Because they want crack. And they know that if they push certain buttons and say certain things, that you're going to believe them and give them the money for the crack. That's how
Mm-hmm.
addiction works, right? You
Right.
do anything to get that high. Nesto is one of these people that if you listen to him right now, you might be saying, "Oh my God, listen to him. Oh my God, he's got all his facts together. Oh my God." No, Nesto wants to get out. That's why Nesto's going through all of this right now. Nesto knows that he's lying. He knows what he's done. He knows all of this. And he is leaving shit out. He is exaggerating certain other points, all so that he can sound as sincere as possible, so that you, the YouTube viewer, will think that this man is being sincere and he didn't do shit. And see that look on Butterscotch the Clown. Look at Butterscotch the Clown. Butterscotch the Clown on the left side of the screen is sitting there going, uh-huh, uh-huh. And she's taking him at his word and all this sincere, I didn't do it. Let me get this all the way together and all this other bullshit that he keeps saying. This man is
Hmm.
guilty of sin and he know it.
Right.
Period.
Right. Dr. Charles says she may have sent that text message to find out his whereabouts for her own safety. That is true. Um, D Dub said exactly. Nesto accused Debbie of sending texts from Shirley's number. Remember when he was saying, "Oh, that
Mhm.
dry text that doesn't sound like Shirley." Just like that could happen. This girl's father or anybody in the organization um, could have sent that text message, because I think it was them folks who said that statement sounds very, yeah, sounds very trafficky.
Right.
It does. It does. Don't have to do anything um you don't want to do. B Ann said, did he scam the daddy too? It depends on how you look at it. We don't know the full story of this $100,000 thing, and we or even we don't know that it's true. But
Right.
for him to come out his mouth and say her daddy said you don't have to do, because remember Nesta was supposed to be helping with her rap career, and the reason why he wanted to take her out of her environment and you get her help with this rap career and all this kind of stuff, and that's supposedly what the money was for. um but it seems to me, if I want to get my child out of a situation and I got $100,000, I'm gonna get her out the situation and put her somewhere. Why do I need to then take that 100,000 and give it to someone else so that they can take her out of her situation? That makes no sense to me. And then there was some issue with the car. He was supposed to be getting a car or something. He gave this girl a car to drive, a used car to drive. So who we don't know. We don't know what the situation was. But I don't believe that what he's saying now is all of the truth.
Are you okay? Ask you that 1,000 times.
Oh, wait. A lady said Nesto was clearly trying to get the father in trouble by calling him a gangster and mentioning the $100,000. That's right. Yeah, that's right. But, birds of a feather flock together. They're both criminals. So,
But my question becomes: he keeps using the word investment. What was the investment? Like, okay, so when you invest in something, right, you expect a return.
hmm
How do you invest in a child? What was the
hmm
return supposed to be? You see what I'm saying?
right.
Like,
Exactly.
what is the return supposed to be on a human being? That in itself also sounds like trafficking
hmm
type language. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Oh, he invested $100,000. See, what happens in pimp culture is that in pimp culture, a pimp will, go out and he'll buy, the sex worker their clothes, or he'll buy the heels, or he'll go get their nails done, because the pimp is investing into this worker. That's his investment. The return is going to be what happens when she goes out on the stroll and gets the tricks because she looks better than the other girls that are out there. That's how that works in that world. So when Nesto is talking about, and I don't think we paid enough attention to this statement when he says invested $100,000. What was the investment?
Right.
What was supposed to be the return of this child?
Um, Muffin 218 says, and I kind of remember this, says, um, you also have to remember that Sonya messed up on a call, saying that he took her to Miami, that saying she saw her in Miami when he bought her down there for music. I think there's a typo in there somewhere, but I do remember that call
Mhm.
where something was mentioned about her going down there for music. Chick-fil-A gal said $100,000 was counterfeit, like that shoebox money they found in Nesto's forgery F-350 truck. Petty Patty said Dion said he told Nesto to stay from around the victim. He tried to get Dion and Sonia involved with the young lady. He did. He did. And Bible Lady says he gave the young victim one of the other victim's cars, and the car was reported stolen. The young victim's grandmother got pulled over and arrested in the car. Oh, yeah. And Sylvia was making a big deal about it because I don't know. I think the report says it was the grandmother, but it was really the aunt, or it could be vice versa. Whatever the report says, it was the wrong person. So Sylvia made a big deal out of that. Guess what? We all make typos. We all make typos. So why they were making a big deal out of that, I don't know. It doesn't matter who got arrested in the car. What matters is that it was someone else's car, one victim to another victim. That's what that was. Them folks says, sounds trafficky, as well as moving across state lines. Yep, you're right.
But what you do is you forgot that you messaged me on my DM on Instagram. You thought I was gone. You thought I got ghosts. No, I was locked up. You DM me and my daddy, he back in town. We're ready to meet up. But you went down there and let that police officer track you down through my phones. Let's go all the way back now.
You let that police officer track me down through my phones. Track you down. You let her track you down through my phone. You let her. You let her. Now, I ask you, guess what? Say it was me and I knew Nesto or whatever, and they tracked me down. If a crime hadn't been committed against me, it wouldn't be a problem that they tracked me down. How about that, you big dummy? A lady said Nesto was in Dubai and the young victim was in DR when her mom got stopped. Two big trafficking locations. Yep. And who knows? She might have been down there with what's his name, Pork Chop. Okay. So yeah, keep on talking. Keep on.
Let's get back. Let's get real nasty with it.
Get nasty
They
with
put me on TV talking about, oh, we're gonna have all these people gonna come up and they're gonna say they're a victim. The same people they talking about is come through my phone relationship that I have with people.
the people on the news did not say all of these people were coming forward to, cause to say they were victims. What they said was, if you have been a victim of these two people, please call this number. That's what they said. This Negro can't even repeat back what he watched on TV.
Mm-mm.
In my phone. Okay, ain't nobody came no forward. They used that in court and lied again. Just keep lying the same way. All right. Then on top of that, I knew it was a lie. Another lie. Melanie, I didn't want to call her name out. They called her name out. You see what I'm saying? They making these accusations and saying these things about this woman, not me. Okay, I know the people I deal with, and I know their characteristics. I know what they got going on. I know their mind frame, and I know they ain't trying to hurt nobody. Okay, I know that for a fact. I remember when I was out on the street, Melanie called me and said, "Them folks trying to get me to cooperate against you." I'm like, "Who are you talking about?" When I got lost, I said, "Well, you know what? This ain't my fault." She asked me to forgive her. I said, yes, I do forgive you. There ain't no problem. Everybody make mistakes. You know what I'm saying? I get that part. But what happened was when I got locked up, it took me a year and a half to figure out, wait a minute. If I committed a crime in Fulton County down here on the south side of it was South Fulton over here, I'm supposed to have a south side warrant. All these warrants that's coming is coming from Roswell. Wait a minute. Only crime you say I did was not committed in Roswell. That means you've been sitting here plotting ever since I've been.
What he say? The crime I did? What? Okay, let me see.
Wait a minute. If I committed a crime in Fulton County down here on the south side over there, it was South Fulton over here, I'm supposed to have a south side warrant. All these warrants that's coming is coming from Roswell. Wait a minute. The crime, only crime you say I did was not committed in Roswell. That means
The only crime they said I did was not committed in Roswell. That girl says, look at Sonya looking like a little bird, bony neck, pick me. My Tony 72 said everyone is always asking him to forgive them. What an idiot. Yep, Real said the same thing. Real said the same thing. We have Bobby Lady, a Southside warrant. Southside warrant.
you've been sitting here plotting ever since I've been in here, sticking charges on me.
The police have been plotting, sticking charges on him, not investigating, but plotting.
Okay, every other month on some crap. Okay, here's another thing. I don't know if you know it not. That's not my concern. But I just received a letter this morning saying that I'm getting divorced. I'm getting divorced and next month. Okay. So I'm reading the letter. The letter say, we've been separated since March 2022. Hold up. If we've been separated March 22, how your name get on a lease out there in Roswell in a house out there?
Okay. You've answered your own question because, see, you're being charged for putting these people on the lease, who didn't live there and who didn't know about it. So you've pretty much answered your own question, and here again implicated yourself further in your crimes. Sanders RN says, at the end of the day, I'm innocent. All of the charges still work, Nesto. Dr. Charles says, is he saying that Melanie called and asked him for forgiveness? Yes, that is what he is saying. That is what he was saying.
Makes no sense. Okay. I know what I got going on in my life. You know what I'm saying? I know my ex-wife do not live in no bullshit. She ain't gonna live in no bullshit. She'll stand out the front door before she go in, especially if it's raggedy.
And nobody's trying to live next door to somebody they know. Why would you move next door to Erica?
Hold. Let me get this straight.
Nobody's going to live next door to anybody they know. Let me tell you, my father had a real good friend, and when we had our house built, he had his friend had a house built right across the street from us, and the floor plans were practically the same. It was just a little bit of a different variation, but they were practically the same. So who lives next door to people they know? Then there was someone else that we knew that moved across the street on the other side. Now they didn't buy their house because, they knew my dad, but it just so happens is somebody that they knew. The people who bought a house behind us and 3-4 houses down, somebody we knew. They didn't buy their house because they knew us. They just happened to buy a house. So it's someone we knew. They weren't looking at the house. They saw my father. Oh, hey, how you doing? You like it out here? How's it going? They didn't say, oops, I know him. I'm not moving out here. That never happened. So people know each other and they still live around each other. Good night, love, joy. Thanks for being here. Have a good Saturday. Bible lady said, I may not know them when I move in, but eventually I do know them. Exactly. It works both ways. So I don't know why that's even a big deal. It happens.
She don't play that shit anyway. Okay. She's a super grown ass woman. She not finna be standing next to no woman and all that, and y'all doing business with her. She ain't finna do all that. That ain't making none of that makes no sense. It's on record. Here's a record. I told her not to go down there and talk to them folks. Guess what? Went right on behind her back and talked to them folks down there. You see?
She's grown.
I ain't making this stuff up. I'm not making this stuff up.
What do you mean behind it? She's grown.
I'm not. So what I'm saying to you is that They can say whatever they want to say. At the end of the day, when I get in that courtroom, that trial, they gotta set me free on the real fact. You
Okay.
can't take back what you already said now.
Nope, because it's all documented.
It's all documented.
Did they bring you the transcripts from the last hearing?
No, I ain't got it yet, but I'm gonna get it.
Okay. Well, I sent them to her. I sent
Yeah,
them to Hannah.
yeah. Well, I'm gonna get them, but I have a photographic memory because I listen a lot, and I listen very.
He has a photographic memory and he listens a lot. Why does Sonia think she needs to send Hannah the transcripts? That's something that Hannah could get herself if she felt like she needed them or if she was interested in having them. One case doesn't have that was for bond. Hannah doesn't have to have those transcripts. But
I'm gonna,
okay, and Sonya
I'm
says
gonna
she's
tell
going to
you.
get them to her. But
I'm gonna
hey,
tell
Jet
you
Black
why.
Street,
I'm gonna tell you
why?
why, Legacy Moon.
Why?
I already told you. You know how
What?
when you go to the grocery store and you see those carts and they got the little car built into them with the steering wheel.
Uh huh.
Okay, you put your kid in there, and what does your kid think they're doing? They think they're steering the
Just
stair. They driving in the store. Right? Sonya Wilder Durham Jackson III is doing shit like this because she thinks she's doing something. Ain't nobody asked her to do that shit. The steering wheel ain't connected to shit. Okay. She is doing the best pretend driving that she's ever done. That's why she's doing that.
oh, but it is the fact that he said Sheridan went behind. Shirley said, "Don't go down there and talk to them folks." And Sheridan went down there behind her back and talked to him anyway. That's not by Sheridan is grown. What you mean
Hmm.
behind her back? She's grown. She don't
Hmm.
need permission. And guess what? If somebody come and tell me somebody to put my name on something, I'm going to talk to him too. Because I don't play that. I've had that done to me before, several befores, and I don't like it. So yeah, if I find that out, yeah, I'm going to talk to him. I want to know what's going down. Okay.
Very well, very well. So, second of all, uh,
Do y'all notice he does a second of all, but there was never a first of all, or is it
Mm-mm.
just me?
He can't count.
Okay. Okay. All right. A lady says they're both making stupid ass points to try to prove his case. They sound clown. Jet Black Straight says she knows she can tell lies because she's never challenged. So her lies become bigger and bigger and bigger. Just like her channel, kind of big. Touching those, T Dub said, touching those tiny glasses, them tiny women glasses. Uh oh, he about to try. D Dub. He's touching them because he about to drop some knowledge. It's about to be real serious. Dr. Lady said Legacy run it back when he said Shirley wasn't going to live next door to someone. Yeah, he okay.
okay, she's a super grown ass woman. She not finna be staying next to no woman and all that. And y'all doing business with her. She ain't finna do all that.
So she not finna live next to some woman and y'all doing business. So what he's saying is Shirley would never move next to his business partner, further proving that those houses were in those names and Erica made these fictitious lease that he knew about and had cars parked in there. So what he's saying is Shirley would never live there. Never. She's not that kind of person. He's just laying it all out. Um Chick-fil-A gal said, I thought he didn't know them houses. No, he don't know them houses or them folks, but things just keep coming up.
That ain't making none of that makes no sense. It's on record. Here's a
Bible lady, I just caught that. Y'all doing business. I thought they were just friends. And I thought she was his attorney. With business. With business. You're right. So he just here again further implicate how they are co-conspirators, but he doesn't understand how or why they're co-conspirators. That was a very bad slip of the tongue.
Record. I told her not to go down there and talk to them folks. Guess what? Went right on behind her back and talked to them folks down there. You see? I ain't making this
Mm-hmm.
stuff up. I'm not making this stuff up at all. I'm not. So what I'm saying to you is that they can say whatever they want to say. At the end of the day, when I get in that courtroom, that trial, they gotta set me free on the real fact. You can't take back what you already said now.
Nope, because it's
It's,
all documented.
it's all documented.
Did they bring you the transcripts from the last hearing?
No, I ain't got it yet, but I'm gonna get it.
Okay. Well, I sent them to her. I sent
Yeah,
them to Hannah.
yeah. Well, I'm gonna get them, but I have a photographic memory because I listen a lot, and I listen very well, very well. So, second of all, uh, when I got that computer, I bought them all for my patrol car. If you go on if it's still up, go on my site, my security website, Nesto's Elite Security.
That one's still up. Hmm.
Okay, you will
Only
see
one that's
me.
down is the main one.
Okay, you will see me standing out there with I think 6 patrol cars with my name on it. 6. The police get there and say, "Oh, that's a front." I ain't never had no front business. I had my business. I like what I like, and I ain't put my name on shit if I don't got them stand for it. I stand on everything I believe and got my.
Nesto, them cars weren't yours for real, for real. Number one. Number two, yeah, you had your name on it, but you ain't had their business in your name. So what you mean you stand on what you believe? You didn't even have 501 K Win said ghost businesses. That's exactly what they were. Ghost businesses. Because they did say that they were a bunch of shell companies, and so they were. They were.
Name on it because I believe in
Hey Libra Queen, how are you doing? You're gonna be on the replay, yeah, because we're about done. We're about done.
myself and I believe in my product. Okay, so let me go all the way back. I gotta keep going now. I
Take it
gotta keep
back.
going because I'm
Keep
gonna keep
going.
Go
talking.
ahead.
Talk your
I'm gonna
talk.
Keep
keep
talking.
talking. No, you ain't hyping me up. Let's get that straight too. You ain't hyping me
You
up.
ain't my
You
hype
ain't
man.
got you ain't got no influence. You ain't got none of that. I could be dead tomorrow and the truth ain't never get out. Well, I know he did it.
Right.
I know he did.
Right.
No. This shit done caused some super chaos in my life that I don't understand. But right now, I'm gonna make sure my name's straight, cause my name gonna still continue going on every business that I have. I'm not gonna have nobody walk around. Oh, well, you know what? I have one eye open, one eye closed. Well, he might be them type of people. I ain't none of them type of people. I ain't never was
Mm-mm.
them type of people. Ain't never will be with them type of people. So like I said, let me get it all the way straight now. If
Mimi said, why he run his name every day to make sure he didn't have warrants? Such an upstanding and honest man. Okay. Anastasia Nelson said, you ain't got no influence. So, all right, all right. He about to get it straight now. Come on, let's listen.
I'm sitting up here rapping somebody. You think that this person here, anybody will come and will go to Shirley? Shirley, your husband doing this to me. Can you make him stop? Oh, I'm just so hurt. Come on, man. Come on. Stop playing. The truth. And then here's another thing. They forgot that I got video and recording of all our conversation with her father that broke it all the way down with her whole entire family. This is a gangster. What I'm sitting here finna sit here and rap on a gangster daughter that niggas can put hits on you every day. Come on, man. Come on. Make this make sense.
This is just, a fun thing, that I'm thinking of is how he's saying, the dad's a gangster and all this stuff. And why would he do this to a gangster's daughter? Why are you associating yourself with a gangster? Because I wouldn't want to have anything to do with him or his daughter. Why are you doing this? And you're trying to make it seem like he's this big criminal and he has a criminal enterprise, but you're just this wonderful citizen walking down the street. Peppermint Patty said, you're dreaming, Nesto. Yeah, he sure is. Somebody need to wake him up. Christopher Williams may have said, don't wake me, but somebody please wake this Negro up. He needs to be woken up.
But
And
why
why?
is he? Why would you say the words if I'm graping somebody?
Mhm.
Okay, can we just stop right there?
Yeah.
Right? Can we stop at why those words would come out of your mouth when you have these charges? Why
Mhm.
would you say the phrase? Listen. I'm never gonna say, you know what, Legacy Simone, if I was graping somebody, then I would, do this, but I wouldn't do this if I was graping them. And here's what
Okay.
I wouldn't do if I was graping them. Now, a regular grape, yeah. But just to be graping a gangster's daughter, hell no. I would grape somebody that worked at the Chevron station. Or I would grape somebody that worked at Bucky's, where there's no consequence. But what he's saying right here is that he didn't do it because there was a consequence because of who her father is. Even
Mhm.
though even though grape victims do not report, right? It's a very underreported crime.
Right.
So if you take into consideration, this is how he ties himself up and implicates himself, right? it if I was going to do it, it wouldn't be a gangster's daughter. I would do it to
Mhm.
your daughter. I would do it to your daughter that works at the King of Diamonds. I would do it to this the Reverend's daughter because he's a reverend, right? But I wouldn't do it. He's not saying I'm not a grapist. That's not what he's saying.
Yeah.
So if on this recorded line, smarty pants, you fucking genius, why would you say if I'm graping somebody and then continue that sentence? Because I don't care how the rest of that sentence ends. You started it out with if I'm going to grape somebody, it wouldn't be somebody that would come back on me, somebody that could put hits on me. But I'm not saying that I'm not a grapist. I'm just saying I'm a grapist that does it to people that can't retaliate.
Mhm. Yeah. See, I would say, or I would think, or expect you to say, native is I never have RAPE'd anybody, and I never will.
Right,
That's what I expect to hear, not if. If
right,
it's giving OJ, like, if I would have killed her, this is how I would have done it, type
right.
of thing.
Thank you. Exactly. Exactly.
Dr. Charles says, I wouldn't be surprised if this phone call is part of the discovery packet. Me either,
Oh,
because this was very
absolutely.
telling.
Absolutely, Dr. Charles. I mean, they are like probably not even believing that he's doing this. Like they probably are in disbelief that, because when you district attorney, you got all kind of shit that you trying to weigh out and trying to figure out. This man is laying everything out in front of him, in front of you. And they
Hmm.
probably were in disbelief when they heard and seen this.
Them folks says they do have the calls on the discovery, and I'm sure this one is going to be an exhibit at Dr. Charles. Bible lady says a grapist with standards. How about it? How about it? That's what a grapist with standards. Tamara says he hasn't said one thing that would exonerate him. Not a one. Not a one. And Jet Black Straight said criminals always want to find the technicality in something. Yeah, but this is a very good call to use in court. Very good call.
To me,
Right.
okay, okay,
Out of
you know,
everybody you deal with, you pick the one with the family that's the most to do something
come
to.
on,
They all scared of you.
come
I
on,
was like, scared of who?
man, come on, make it make sense. I got all the recordings. I'm not worried at all.
Oh, I know what I was going to say. First of all, he keeps stressing he has recordings of this father. Now, you mean to tell me you would never RAPE his daughter because he's a gangster, but you sitting up here threatening how you have all of this man's conversations recorded. What is it that you're trying to say, and what is it that he said that is making you say that and making you think that this is something big, that you have recordings of him? And mind you, he's not saying I have recordings of her. He keeps stressing he has recordings of him. Now I know what I was going to say when I stopped this the last time. It would be very interesting if this was our actual co-conspirator, this girl's father. You just never know. This case has so many twists and turns, you just never know. It could possibly happen.
Yeah,
It
and
could possibly happen.
the other thing I was gonna say, Legacy Moon, is what kind of gangster let you record them like that? What kind of gangster lets you sit up and put incriminating evidence down like this for a situation like this? You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So now
Exactly.
it's making me question, is the stressing about how gangster he is like kind of like a scapegoat or kind of like a MacGuffin to say, well, he's gangster, but yet he let me record him with incriminating evidence. Gangsters don't do no shit like
Mm-mm.
that. You
No,
ain't
no,
gonna
they
find a
don't.
gangster that's gonna let you sit up and record them with any kind of incriminating evidence. They're gonna tell you to put that fucking phone down. You see what I'm saying? Or I'm
Hmm.
gonna beat your motherfucking ass if you don't put that phone down recording me during a criminal enterprise, you dumbass. You know what I'm saying? They're
Hmm.
not going to allow. So which one is it, Nesto? Was he a gangster or not? Because a gangster ain't gonna let you record. Because but if he's not a gangster, you've already implicated yourself to say that you wouldn't do it if he was a gangster. So therefore, if he wasn't a gangster, you would. So which one is it? See how he has boxed himself in? And I'm not even a damn lawyer, and I could box his ass in on this conversation. So imagine
Mimi,
what a Will Wooten, a professional, is going to do to his ass.
right. Mimi says, where does he have these recordings stored? I guess supposedly on his phone. Now, just like he was having all the ladies that he was taking advantage of and making strip for him, just like he made all those people put their phones in the freezer, and he ain't no, well, he did say he was a mofo gangster, but um, just like he was doing that, you mean to tell me this man here is smart enough to do that, but some gangster is gonna sit up and let him record him on his phone? Really? Is this what you're trying to make us believe, Nesto? Because I am not believing it. Um, the right one said, good, the state has the recordings too now because they have the phone. Right. They have the phone, so they have the recording, so they know what was said, and that's very interesting too. That is very interesting too.
Trust me, I'm not. We can take it all the way to the bat ball end. I'm gonna win. Okay? You tell a lie.
Uh-oh, bars. We can take it all the way to the bat ball end because I'm gonna win. All right, Nesto. Bars.
Yeah, jail bars. Jail bars. Yeah, yeah, jail bars.
You got to keep
You're right.
continue telling
Gotta
a
keep
lie.
lying, right?
Okay. So, and I also know when we went to the preliminary. If you got it, if anybody else got it, it would say, "Do you have any evidence that this man committed any crime?" Get what it says on the transcript. No, we don't have any evidence because he sold this, he did it. Come on, man. Come on. You
Why would they say they don't have any evidence because he sold this and he sold that? If he had something stolen or whatever and he sold it, guess what? That's the evidence right there. That, see, it kills me. I guess he think we don't read and have access to transcripts and stuff like that. This man, this call was a lie. I bet you Will Wooten saying, what is this nigga talking about? I bet you that's what he's saying. Cause really?
sit here and start fighting last October 2022, and you held back because the DA told you got to get something on this man because I done told the world that this man got 16 more warrants coming. You waited all the way into the
So wait, the district. Listen, we done went on this news here and told all these folks that he's scamming people, and we got 16 and 111,000 warrants against him. So we sitting here, we got a plot, we got to come together because y'all need to come up with something. But here is the thing: you can't come up with something if there's nothing to come up with. What were you gonna say, Native?
I wasn't gonna say nothing. That shit makes perfect sense.
Oh, I thought you was getting ready to say something. Anastasia Nelson has been a member for 1 month, and she says, "Not the bat ball in. I love it here." Thank you so much, Anastasia Nelson, for the member milestone and for supporting the platform. Real said he went off like this because he got them divorce papers. He was very upset. Pen
Mm.
Pal 50 said they not gonna do that in the preliminary hearing. That's for the trial. Exactly. Exactly. And remember, he said they didn't give him a preliminary hearing. Now all of a sudden they did. Which is it? Make it make sense. Make it make sense.
Day I made a year in here to put them horrific warrants on me. And now you got me looking like a real clown on the street. So in your mind, you think I'm a fool. I ain't folding. I ain't gonna fold. I'm standing with the truth.
Know when to
The
hold
truth
them.
gonna set me free. Here's another thing, cause the phone finna cut off. Okay,
Thank God.
the social media will tear your face off if you don't sit here and watch yourself. Okay, what I'm saying by that is, if I sit here and worry about what somebody's saying about me and they don't have their facts together, they don't live. They never lived in my household. They never lived the way I was living. They never had the
Mm-hmm.
businesses I done had. They didn't have the go-getter spirit that I had.
Go get
If
a
I would have
spirit.
took the time and listened to the people back then, I would have never made it. I would have never made it. Okay, give you an example. They try to destroy you as well. Oh, he talking about you on the telephone. Here's a phone call. Guess what? Normal people talk every day. It just my phone calls are being leaked out. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
that caused enemy in my circle. They done depleted every asset that I had.
Your calls, first of all, not being leaked, but obtained by a FOIA, Freedom of Information Act. Because guess what? We have a right to know what you criminals are talking and plotting about. So your phone calls were not leaked. Yes, people talk every day, but I am able to talk on the phone to the people I talk to because I'm at home. And I don't have any signs hanging anywhere that says this is a recorded phone call, but you do, so you know what you can and cannot say. Hey, Barbarossa, how you doing? So you know what you can and cannot say. You know me, I can say whatever the hell I want because I'm in the privacy of my own home. And so what we're talking, yeah, we talking about him and we talking about you because both of y'all are, as far as I'm concerned, trash. Okay.
But
Or
wait, but
have.
wait, but wait, but wait, but wait, but wait, but wait.
Okay.
We in everything that you said was true. But what we didn't address was what he said just now. Okay. He said they, and by the way, it's very telling that people don't know what they're talking about when they keep saying they. All right.
Hmm.
They are trying to destroy you too. Right? What is he referring to? He's referring to the call that phone calls from prison put out where he said Sonya couldn't afford him.
Oh,
Right?
yeah.
He talking about you on the call. They got, so this is how you know all of it's a lie.
Right.
Everything he said up to this point. How far are we into this video? 26 minutes? Okay. All 26 minutes of him talking have been a lie because of
Hmm.
what he just said. He said they are trying to destroy you too. Okay, first of all, who's they? Second of all, destroy Nesto. Destroy. Destroy. I don't have the ability, the power, or the want to destroy Sonya Waller Durham Jackson III. Now, do I talk about
Right.
laugh at her? Yeah. Is that destroying her? No, because guess what, Nesto? All she got to do is turn off the fucking YouTube.
She ain't
That's
got to
all.
watch it. Hmm.
But okay, so he says this because why? Because why? Because he got caught talking about her. Now, instead of saying and taking responsibility and saying, I shouldn't have said that, he's going to spin this whole tale about how they are trying to destroy you. Oh, there's a phone call. Oh, there's a phone call. And it's causing enemies within his circle.
Right.
Huh? Huh? You doing all this to still cover up for the fact that you said that this woman on the left side of the screen who can't afford to get a real hairdo, a real beautician, a real part in her hair, are you saying that this woman over here that can't afford a smile, that can't afford to get her damn alopecia looked at, that can't afford the rest of her guts to be put back in, her, she can't afford. She can't afford you. That's what you said, sir. And but he gonna spend out of all this shit that he's talking, right? He gonna spend into see they trying to destroy you too, and they gonna talk about this a call. Calls are not leaks, sir. Phone calls from prison legally obtain these phone calls through the Freedom of Information Act, and you said what you said. And instead of being a man, right? Instead of being a man and coming out and saying, "I said, well, nah," he gonna lay out all this other bullshit and then try to throw that bullshit in there too, because
Right.
that he's ultimately trying to do right now is still convince her that it's somebody else's fault that he got caught saying what he said.
Well, he says that these calls are being leaked and causing the enemies in his circle. And I meant to say this, these calls being leaked would not cause enemies in your circle if it wasn't you saying stuff about the people who were being supportive to you and in your circle. You've talked about Dre, you've talked about Shirley, you've talked about Shirley's daughter, you've talked about Sonya. She just happens to be the only stupid one still around. You've talked about Lamont. You have talked about your son who loves you to death, Dion, who
Mhm.
says you taught him everything he knows, and you ain't even meet him till he was 13. Okay. So you've talked about all these people. So could it be that your circle, they become your enemy because you're talking about them? That's what usually happens. Now, Chick-fil-A gal is wondering, does he still have his ACDC shirt that they arrested him in? It's probably still in his property.
Probably
Um,
so.
and as you know, we all know that, Nesto said that, she couldn't afford him, and V Lenore said she can't afford an inverter either. Okay. So not only can she not afford him, she cannot afford an inverter. Beautifully Made 13 says she's such a pick me, believes everything this man says. Yep, every single thing. Every
But I
single
mean,
thing.
but it doesn't even make any sense what he's even saying to her, and the fact that
Mm-mm.
she knows and was supposedly so upset and feelings hurt behind what he said that she can't even say no, nigga, you said that. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like nobody holds his feet to the fire, and right now he's going to try to spin this, and he's doing the shit on purpose. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? And see, they even trying to destroy you. How are we destroying Sonya?
Mm-mm.
How are we destroying Sonya any quicker than the fucking Alfredo? How are we destroying Sonya any quicker than the fact that she ain't got AC in the back of this damn thing and she's sweating to death? How are we destroying Sonya any more than the fucking than the yeast infection that has to be building up with, amongst all that? Look, Legacy Moon, let's be real about this. It's late night, okay? How are we destroying her any more than the yeast infection that's growing from them damn exercise pants that she is wearing all day, every day when she's in this fucking trailer and cannot wash her fucking clothes? Let's be real about it, okay?
Oh
Now I
gosh,
done switched hands, okay? I
you,
done switched hands.
you know, he switched hands, y'all.
I done switched hands. Shit.
Wait a minute, y'all. Look, this is between Nesto and his talking, and Native his rant. Miss HLS, thank you for the member milestone and thank you for supporting the
Listen,
platform.
listen. Legacy Moon. Legacy Moon.
Hmm.
All I'm saying is he said destroy. I'm merely naming the things that can destroy her. Them little nasties that's all in her gym clothes that she's sitting around in that damn camper are destroying her more than Native Tribe, Lenore, and Legacy Moon combined. Okay, we ain't got the ability to destroy her, Nesto. All right, her nastiness will destroy her before we will. Is all I'm trying to say.
That's all you're
Okay,
trying to say, Native.
that's all I'm trying to say. Destroy is a very harsh word.
Yes, it
We're trying
is.
to destroy this heifer.
Mm-hmm.
She came to us destroyed.
Wait,
She
wait.
came to, we met her in a destroyed place. Okay.
Native. Queen Black said jock itch. She
She got
got jock.
jock itch. She got psoriasis. Okay. All kind of shit is happening down there, Queen Black.
Not with y'all.
She got psoriasis. She got the gum disease, gingivitis. Okay. All of that is happening down there. She got eczema.
Bible lady says sitting around in her Edna Bower wearing gym clothes and diapers all day.
Thank you. That
Wait a
cannot
minute.
be good.
And you forgot the part about shitting in bags.
She's shitting in bags. Yes, Bible lady, she got diaper rash. She probably got the colic. Okay? She probably got, look at her. She got the colic right here in this damn picture right here. Look at her.
Native, I don't think adults can get the colic.
Look, that heifer got the colic right there. Look at her. Look at her.
Chick-fil-A gal said I would use the word destroy if I knew Sonya personally, because I would.
But we don't. So why is he saying that they trying to destroy you too? Destroy her how? We ain't put her out the damn house. Sydney did. Shit. If anything, that's those Sydney's trying to destroy her. Shit.
Bible lady says she got thrashed.
I'm saying.
So nasty.
Talking about we trying to destroy her when this heifer don't take a bath every day. The fuck? We trying to destroy her, but she wash her hair with a hose. But we trying to destroy her.
She washed her them clothes that she didn't set in for 10 days. She's washing with a hose.
She
Okay.
washes her hair with the hose too. But we trying to destroy her. We us trying to destroy her. Man, get the fuck out of here.
Oh my gosh, we are destroying her on this internet. Mm. Diaper rash, that girl, she got diaper rash. She probably does. I just can't figure out how you do that in a bag. That's all I want to know. I don't know how that works. I've always used a toilet my whole life.
Maybe could that be why you don't know how it works? Is that why you don't know?
I guess. Even when I went to camping, there was a place to go. You just I never mm-mm. Whew, all right.
But yet, you still sitting here.
Oh,
Still
cause she's
sitting
a
here. Hold
pick
on.
me.
You still sitting here.
Where's she gonna go?
You had some things you needed to say. You got it off your chest. Okay, guess what? This is me. Hold on. This is me. You can't let small things get in your way. You can't let small things get in your way.
Huh?
Because you let small things get in your way, you will not win at the end. I'm going to
Right.
win at the end. So guess what? I appreciate your friendship. I appreciate everything. No, because you're suffering as well. Okay, you're suffering as well. And
I'm suffering how? Oh,
you suffering as well. You're suffering as well. My buddy
of
Dre,
course.
hold on. My buddy Dre, they dog him out. He trying to figure out what's going on himself. Dog him out every day. Okay, it is what it is. It dog my son out. Okay, but he back and forth.
What
Everybody is
dog is
confused.
going out?
But here's the thing: the people know me. They know I'm gonna come out of this situation with a win if they really truly understand my character. You understand what I'm saying?
Right. Your
Okay,
character.
my character. So all this old trying to call me a predator or a predator. or whatever they call that shit, pervert, whatever
Right.
that. That shit is
Hmm.
out the motherfucking door, home. It's out the door. I don't have time to do all that.
It's at the
And guess
door,
what?
Holmes.
I ain't never sat around long enough to sit here and entertain shit like that. I like big shit. And I'm gonna continue keeping doing big shit.
Grown
So
shit.
it is
Grown shit.
exactly, exactly.
Grown shit.
So it is what it is. I want to get a straight eye. If I was such a villain, this was 2 years ago. Okay, I just thought about this 2 years ago. It's prom time. It's prom time again. You see,
Hmm.
it took me
Hmm.
3 hours to look. It took me 3 hours to wash my own car because I was so proud to go to my fucking grown daughters, my
Granddaughter.
grown granddaughters. Um, I'm getting hype again. I
Graduation.
said, yeah,
Graduation.
I said, I'm gonna slow it down. I said, I'm gonna slow it down. I'm gonna slow it down.
Don't stroke out.
I'm gonna
Don't
slow
stroke
my
out.
no, no, I'm gonna slow it down. I'm gonna slow it down. Cause here's the thing. I'm not gonna sit here and let these folk do me. I see how they do these folk. They doing me.
I thought that was you. I was like, is this echoing?
Don't stroke out. Oh, there's nothing more funny about having someone with health conditions talking to someone with health conditions about a health condition. Oh my goodness, Nesto, don't stroke out. Even though that's what the people that did my hair last did, they stroked out. But don't you stroke out, okay? Don't you do it, all right? Okay.
Miss HLS said predator, predator, predator. Yeah, he was stuck on predator. He just could not get pervert out.
What
Predator,
they
predator,
calling me?
predator.
Because what they say I'm a predator, predator. What that word is? Predator, predator, pervert.
Now, let me just say this, and some people might agree with me. And right, that's what I'm on. I'm getting ready to come out my mouth with that. Nola Brown. Nola Brown said, "What grown man goes to prom?" Let me tell you, I always found to me it's weird. Your granddaughter wanted to take you to prom. That's just weird. I've heard of people not being able to get dates and they go with their friends, their girlfriends. I've heard of all kinds of things, but I just think it's weird. Have daughters taken their fathers or something to the prom? Yes, I have heard of daughters taking their father who's probably you know dying or something, or has cancer, to the proms, or their sick brother, or maybe they had a parent who missed their prom for whatever reason, and they take them to, it's always a touching story behind it when it happens. I What was the touching story behind this? I think it's weird, and that's my opinion. It's just weird.
I mean, like you can chaperone a prom, right? You can
Mhm.
chaperone a prom, you know.
Mhm.
But as far as like I'm gonna go to the prom and do what, nigga? Like, I mean, are you dancing? Did they teach you how to Dougie? Like, what the hell was he going to the prom for?
I mean, I don't want to. You come to the prom with your granddaddy. I don't want you hanging around me with your granddaddy. That's just weird. It's weird. Um, Chick-fil-A gal said, I hope he was chauffeuring her to the prom. No, he took her to the prom, not took her in the car. That was her date for the prom. This is what I'm saying. This is weird. D Dub says, dad's in the military, back from deployment. Right. That's the kind of stuff, those are the kind of things you hear about, which are touching stories. Your dad's been deployed, he made it home safely. You want your dad to go, that's different. Who wants their grandfather who can't even talk, who doesn't even sound like he made it through high school? Who wants him at the prom? It's just weird. There's no touching story behind that. Villanor said, I thought he drove her there. He took her
No,
there. No,
he took it to the prom.
he took her to the prom. Not I drove. He washed the car, got everything ready. He
Hmm.
was her escort to the prom. Yes. Yes. So no, and that was just weird. But yeah,
And they
thank you.
said Nesto wants to teach me how to Dougie because they were there because the other girl let me. And I'm gonna say, can you see Nesto on the dance floor with these little? Teach me how to Dougie. Teach me how to Dougie. Teach me how to Dougie. Teach me how to Dougie.
It's just I mean, and D-Dub, I'm glad you brought that example up because I was trying to think of one, about the fathers coming home from deployment. I've seen daughters and mothers go because the mother was deployed and she made it back. There are all kinds of touching stories, um, you know, about the prom. I just that never set right with me. Real said at Legacy, thank you. I always thought that was strange. Mimi said he was scouting at the prom and they allowed an ex-con in. Right, exactly. D-Dub says, could you imagine him telling the kids, I didn't go to college, I went to motherfucking Job Co. Say it. You say it better than me, Native.
College? College? I ain't went to no motherfucking college. I went to Job Co.
Thank you. I just can't say it like you.
I went to Job Co. Nigga. College. Motherfuck college. I went to Job Co, nigga.
That's right.
Fucking college. Don't be colleging. Don't come in my face with no motherfucking college. Kids is probably like, oh, well, sir, what college should I go to? College? Don't you take your ass to college? You better go to Job Co, nigga. I'm sorry, go where? It's a Job Co, nigga. You heard me the first time. Job Co. I'm an old Job Co nigga. That's why I'm at this prom right now. And I'm 50-some years old.
With my granddaughter.
With my
Yeah.
granddaughter. This is what you get when you go to Job Co. You end up at the prom with your granddaughter, nigga.
Let's say for example, I had a aunt a great aunt. She lived in well into her hundreds. So let's say I had 100-year-old uncle. Maybe I'd take my 100-year-old uncle to the prom because we know if he over 100, he probably didn't have one. So there are just reasons for it when it happens, and I just don't see the reason. I just don't. All right, y'all, we got about.
Now teach me how to Dougie like the song said. Teach me how to Dougie. Teach me how to Dougie. Or you gonna show me how to whip and do the nay-nay? Nigga, show me something. I need to whip and nay-nay or Dougie or something, nigga. I come to this prom to dance. I'm Nesto. I come here to dance.
Come to dance. Well, wait a minute. Boy, I sure wish this was gonna come up because I'd have had that video ready. I would have had it queued up when he was doing the wash car shuffle.
Hell yeah. Shit. That's the haters. That's the dance you do for the haters. With that little wave at the end. That's how you do it. That's how you do the haters. He be waving bye to the haters. That's how that shit work.
Oh my God.
And they be discovered for the rest of their life when they had their head hanging down with some shit. I ain't gonna say everybody's cookie queen. I ain't gonna say everybody got innocent either. But I know me. I know my situation. I know me. So I ain't letting nobody kill that. Sorry.
Mm-hmm. Right.
I love you very much. You have yourself a wonderful day. Thanks for taking
Call
your
me.
time. Yeah, absolutely. I sure will. We're going to keep this thing here rolling because guess what? I'm not finna sit here and and whatever I do, somebody else got to learn from my mistakes.
Yep.
Definitely.
Yep.
So I love you very much.
And everything will come out.
It's coming out already. Thank you.
Text messages and all.
Yes,
Okay.
it is. Thank you. I appreciate you. You have a wonderful afternoon.
Love you.
Love you too.
Thank you.
Thank you for watching. Please like, subscribe, and turn notifications on so you don't miss the next one.
You're right, Sonia. The text messages are coming out, and by text messages coming out, I do mean yours. Okay. Miss Boogie Down, hey, is in the chat. She says, I just pulled over. I can't. Please stop.
How could I forget that I had given her an all this time she was standing there, she never took her eyes off. Banging on the banging on the bathroom, banging on the, banging on the, banging on the, banging on the bathroom, banging on the, 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 banging on the. How could I forget that I had given her an extra? All this time she was standing there, she never took her eyes off. Honey, give me that.
I had to let that play a little longer because we're at the end. So thank you, thank you, thank you, Miss Boogie Down for the super chat, and thank you for supporting the platform. Okay.
Miss Boogie Down, you know I care about your safety. Okay, I want you to get home safe. That's why we gonna wrap up. Okay, we're gonna wrap up because I don't want nothing to happen to you out there. Okay, all right. That's what we're gonna do.
Real said, if you didn't do anything, what mistakes are you talking about? 'Cause see, this man, he runs his mouth and he don't even realize what he's saying. Um, Muffin 218 said, is she thanking him for trying to defend her from YouTube? Who knows? Who knows? Because I don't know. Miss Boogie Down said Native and Legacy was on one tonight. I love it. And we love you, Miss Boogie Down. All right. So we have come to an end. We have to cut it early because Native, he's got things to do tomorrow and I want him to get his rest. And I got a couple things I got to do. So I'm gonna be getting my rest. But I will be back tomorrow. I think I'm going to be on 3 times tomorrow. I think I'm going to do uh 2 members only and my regular late night live, or I'm going to do 1 members only and two. I think my goal is 3 times tomorrow. So we will see what happens. We will see what happens. All right. And I think I might do body cam tomorrow. I know we usually do it on Sunday, but since I was off, we kind of missed because I gotta do them body cams because I'm the best to do it. Anyway, so that is it. Native, what you got?
Listen,
Hmm?
I am going to be back on Sunday. Okay, so I want y'all to have a good Saturday. All right, I'll be back on Sunday. We're gonna do a strawberry Sunday, and we are going to have a good time. But in the meantime, y'all have an enjoyable Saturday. Okay.
Miss HLS said, talk your ish legacy. Okay. you know. Let me shut up. I'm going to keep it cute for tonight. Okay. I'm going to keep it cute. Let's see. Thank you so much for the new memberships, the member milestones, the super chats. Shout out to the wonderful, the one, the only marvelous Moonlight Mods. I thank you for being here and doing what you do. I thank all of you who came in. I thank all of you who are going to go back and watch the replay. And I thank all of you who are going to replay this live again because it cracked you up so much. I really enjoy when I see those comments, which, by the way, I am so far behind in, but I'm working through it. I'm working through some things and some medical issues. So I'm trying to, get like a little bit of a balance. But y'all, I finally got access to my money. And I'm not going to even go into that story because Native accused me of being racist. So I won't even go into that story of all of the people I had to talk to just to get access to my own money. All right.
All I'm saying is that you don't know them people names. Okay, that's all I'm saying. You are assuming those people's names. Okay.
And then my Uber driver, Chung Lee.
Right. That wasn't his name. That was not his name.
But it was Chow Low or Chow New or something.
All right. Cut. Stop. Just stop.
It was,
Jeez.
Native called
Please.
me racist for 2 days
Oh my God.
just
Oh
because
my
of
God.
things I said.
Y'all could have heard her. Jesus.
So anyway, y'all have yourselves a good night and a good tomorrow, and I will see y'all on the next one. I guess I better get the outro music. I'm like sitting here like, what do I do next? Where's the outro music? It's here some. Oh, here it is. Here it is. And Native, I don't know if you noticed last week, but this is the music you gave me, okay?
Okay.
Okay, because I know you accuse me, but
I
y'all
mean,
have a good huh?
you asked me for the music. I gave it to you, and then I was like, wait, what happened to the music? But okay, all right, cool.
Yeah, but this is yes, this is it. So all right, y'all. Good night and thank y'all for being here. And I will see y'all on the next one.